Ownership and over 70 years of providing the most extensive line of crappie rods in the industry. We believe that sensitivity is the key to catching crappie, and we've designed a rod for every technique based around this belief. Our products are field tested by the best fishermen in the country and used by the best guides because their clients can simply catch more crappie.
So when you're choosing your next crappie pole, go with the brand that's won a dozen national championships and more regional events to count. Go with the brand I choose, B&M.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, gray head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor.
Rockport Rattler.
Making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Want to achieve the highest performance out of your outboard engine? Introducing the newest product from the makers at Lucas Oil, Marine Fuel Treatment and Injector Cleaner. Lucas Marine Fuel Treatment stabilizes fuel and eliminates corrosion. It cleans and lubricates the complete fuel system. Perfect for marine outboard applications. Eliminates the need for higher octane fuels and will not void your warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The future of boat.
Welcome to the big show at the Lake of the Ozarks. There we go.
That's right.
We got a big crowd today here at Captain Ron's. It's great. We've got the ACT Championship, Lucas Oil Championship, right here on Lake of the Ozarks. And man, we have caught some fish.
I tell you what, everyone that you talk to says this is the place to come fish. They've got more crappie in this lake than any place else we fished this year.
Man, I believe it. We've been on the water all day, you know, filming the teams and trying to get some footage for the TV show, and it has been amazing at the amount of fish that these guys have caught. I mean, we were out there at 8:30 and they were already, you know, trying to up their weight, cull their fish. Excuse me, I got a coal hung in my throat.
Yeah, try to cull their fish and upgrade weight. Literally, it could happen here, and I'm not kidding you, in 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. I saw numerous times that they had 3 rods down at one time.
Yeah, there was a couple boats that we pulled in on early just to take some still shots. We got Troy Basso and Ron Wong. They come from a long way from Tennessee, one from close to Alabama and one from Memphis, to come all the way up here and cover this for them, and I do appreciate them coming up. So I went out and took them this morning. Got some still photos that they could use that'll be publicized all over the country, on blogs, all over the internet, you know, to help promote Lake of the Ozarks.
Sure, and you know, outdoor riders have been good to us this year. We've got a lot of good print from them, and we don't want to pass them by. We want to make sure that they know how much we appreciate it.
Without those guys, you know, I'll be honest, you know, one thing I want to say, without those guys, you know, print's kind of gone away, if you will. We all know that. We're all in the technological age of internet and magazines, editorials. Those things have gone away, and everything really has went online. But these guys are fighting, you know, they're clawing to go out here and make a living, and for them to come up here and take care of us, it's a true appreciation for me to you guys.
It's a big honor for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, we've got some special things going on today. We've got the clothing for sale, the Crappieholic clothing. Rangers giving free test rides. David Port, George are here, and they're doing the new Ranger boats out there. If anybody wants to take a ride in a Ranger boat, be sure you go down there and grab those guys by the neck.
Yeah. You got Rockport Rattler right here next door to us. We got Ann with Rod Socks. So we've got a lot of sponsors that are here. You know, this venue, pretty cool venue right here on the lake.
It is. It's wonderful. I mean, this is the greatest place we've had so far. And Lucas Oil has made a tremendous contribution to the tournament. They're giving away a free gallon of oil to every contestant today.
Yeah, every team that comes through gets a free gallon of oil. You know, it wouldn't be possible without the Lake West Chamber of Commerce, the Tri-County Lodging Association, Mid-State Seed. You know, Steve Blaylock is a business owner, has a home here on the lake, and Steve wanted to see a championship come here. None of it would be possible without each and every one of them, as well as every single sponsor that we have in this trail.
You know, that's one thing I've noticed this year, Matt. You've done a fantastic job of getting those chambers and those tourism commissions involved in the tournament trail and making them realize that where our dollars go into the community. They don't go into the tournament. They go into the community to help these local business people.
Yeah, then it's, true from the get-go. We started at Grenada, Mississippi. We had the worst weather I think I've ever seen in Grenada, Mississippi. I fished it for almost 20 years, and there were multiple teams that couldn't even catch limits there. To come out with 2 TV shows is going to be tough, and we've got something a little bit up our sleeve to come, go back to Grenada and fulfill that. We left Grenada, we went to Darbone, which was an absolute fantastic fishery. Everyone goes down there, has a lot of fun, got a lot of 1 3/4 plus fish in it, and everyone catches.
Had a wonderful time there at Darbone. Those people there just welcomed you with open arms.
Absolutely. We'll go to Kentucky Lake, which is my home lake, what I consider my home lake, being from Indiana. I can't say enough about Kentucky Lake, about how much of a staple it is in the crappie industry. You think Kentucky Lake, you think bass fishing and crappie fishing. That's it.
Oh, that's it. And, even they do have some great bass fishing, but that's where the kind of the Daddy Rabbit Lake, where it all got started, the structure fishing, the trolling, the long line, pushing poles. At Kentucky Lake, you can do about anything, and they have a great, they make you look good because they have a great population of fish. So,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There's certain times you don't even have to know how to fish to go to Kentucky Lake and catch
Sure.
them. Then we went to Sardis. Went to
Sardis.
Went to Sardis in Mississippi and had a fantastic tournament, plus Tropical Depression Cindy.
Oh, yeah, and that's where we weighed in indoors, and it was kind of like, it was practicing for the big show. We're going to be a big boy one day, just like BASS and FLW, and we can't wait for that. And when that happens, we're going to be ready.
There you go. We left there. We went to Truman Lake. Truman Lake right here, which is about an hour from here. It's a jig fisherman's paradise, if you will. A lot of people with the dipping, a lot of different phrases.
Right.
But a ton of good fish there. And here we are, Lake of the Ozarks. It was what I call the equalizer right from the get-go, and it really has turned out to be exactly that.
Sure it has. We've got teams, how many limits? I don't even know how many limits we had weighed in yesterday, but our teams, they're so close. And, I think 1 pound separates the top 5 guys.
Oh, probably, yeah, at least. I mean, a half a pound can separate 15 places here easily.
Sure.
So the Ranger boats recap from yesterday, Sam, I was on the Gravois side, you were on the Osage side.
Right.
I'll show you some video here in a little bit, but one thing that was surprising was how shallow these anglers were catching fish. I'm talking 12 inches of water, 1.5 pound crappie, to the point where they had to put their boat in a little bit of a depression in order to float it to get their rods to where the fish were.
And they were good fish back in there, too.
Absolutely, yes.
Good fish. And, then I saw some people today. I saw one of our teams out there today, the Munch and Watson. They were catching their fish at like 8, 9 feet deep. And while we were there filming them, they caught a huge fish. They caught a 1.5 pound.
Right. Well, that's a good one for Lake of the Ozarks. The funny thing, what I was going to say was I saw them catch them in 12 inches of water, and then on the contrary, saw them catch them 30 foot of water, 28 foot deep.
Sure.
So crappie fishing, you can always catch them shallow, you can always catch them deep. It's how do you catch them and which ones do you bring to the scales?
How do you catch the big ones,
Yeah.
Especially with these guys, because every one of them, they know the techniques and the hows and do's and don'ts of crappie fishing, and they know what it takes. So it is really a close race, and you got to fish for those bigger fish. I mean, 0.20. I mean,
quarter of an yeah.
3
tenths make a big difference.
Tenths make a huge difference out here on this lake today.
Lawrence weather update. I think that's probably what we ought to talk about real quick, and then we're going to go to break. But the Lawrence weather update yesterday, I think, was absolute ideal fishing conditions for Lake of the Ozarks.
Right.
Today, You know, you can see the paper blowing up here. We've got 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, but I add something to that. I was on the Gravois side and went down to the main lake, and I think I'm going to have to go see a chiropractor when I leave.
Oh, you'll be okay.
We had some big pleasure cruisers, and when I'm talking big, they were 40-foot plus, throwing rooster tails about a quarter-mile long.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, the wake that they left, you don't want to drive a bass boat across it.
That's why when you asked me this morning, where do you want to go, I said, please let me go upriver.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think the weather today, you're going to see a little bit of a bearing, you know, a little bit of a change in weights. It just depends on whether or not they caught them early. They had about 3 hours this morning where I say it was pretty daggone good. And
Yes.
from that point forward, or that point afterwards, you know, the afternoon, it just picked up and it's got worse and worse and worse. And we're going to have some major rain in here late tonight. So it's going to change some things to a certain degree. There's absolutely no question.
Oh, definitely. And when we went by, the last team we went by was Munch and Watson. And when we went by, they said, you know, they're in that big 26-foot yellowfin.
Oh, yeah.
And they were using both motors to troll with. They said, let her blow.
They don't care when they got that kind of boat. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back with more ACT Live right here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Lucas Oil's Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
Lucas Oil's Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
You know, I've never really had an office job.
Ooh, morning, Skate.
Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
Welcome back to the ACT Lucas Oil Championship here at beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. I have a special guest with me. His name is Paul Hooper, and he is the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce. And he is a riot, man. Tell us about this beautiful place.
Well, it's the best place in the world. You're at the Lake of the Ozarks, 1,000 miles or more of shoreline. I think the anglers have been out there today and saw just a few of the smaller boats that we do have on our lake.
You got some big boats out here.
40 feet's not big. Not for the Lake of the Ozarks. But anyway, it's great weather. It's kind of a little windy here, like Matt was saying earlier, but hopefully the anglers did well.
Oh, I'm sure they will. And, you know, one of the things that impressed me here at Lake of the Ozarks is the amount of fish you guys have. Good gracious. Y'all got fish under every dock.
Well, a lot of these fish have been up. A lot of people fish up here. They build their nest up here. Yeah. They're not only crappie, but they're bass and everything else. So a lot of fishing tournaments go on at Lake of the Ozarks, and we're glad to have the American Crappie Trail here this year for their first annual national championship tournament. We're proud to host that and be a sponsor for that, along with the many others. So glad to have you here. Had a great turnout the other night at dinner. Looking forward to the presentation awards tonight. So hope everybody's had a good time.
one thing I want to talk a little bit about is, you know, this community, the chamber here has realized the importance of bringing the fishermen into your community. These guys don't spend money with the tournament trail. I mean, yeah, they pay an entry fee, but where they spend their money is the motels, the cafes, the gas stations, and your chamber has had enough foresight to realize that and go out here and actively pursue these tournament trails, and I want to commend you for that.
Well, that's true. Not many chambers, usually they will come to a chamber to get into the community, but Matt came to us about a year and a half ago and made his presentation about a new American Crappie Trail tournament. He wanted to get started, and I do see the value of that, because one of the things that Chamber of Commerce, for our members, we're looking to bring business to the community. We're looking to bring business to them, extend the season beyond Labor Day, keep people in our community and everything. So we were glad to look at this and say, I recognize the economic impact. Just like you said, you're out here, you're pre-fishing, you're coming here before the tournament, you're here during the tournament, and so that brings a lot to our community, to our chamber members, and that's what the chamber's about, trying to grow the economy.
It's not about, chamber's not about saving money or anything like that. I mean, it is to promote these guys' businesses, these restaurants, these motels, to promote the area. And that's what it's supposed to be about. Some of these chambers, I don't know, they don't get it. Some of them do get it. You know?
Well, and that's very true, because I've asked some of our other chamber partners if they want to partner with me on this, and our chamber board of directors had the foresight to say, we'll put $2,500 up towards this.
Yeah.
And usually chambers are good at raising money.
Right.
We're not very good at giving money.
Spending money. That's exactly right.
We know how to ask for it. We don't know how to give it away. But, and again, it's for the benefit of our community, and Captain Ron's has participated in that. Ozarks Bait and Tackle participated in that, along with some other local sponsors. So it wasn't just the Chamber of Commerce, it was a community that came together, said we want this tournament here, and glad y'all chose to come here this year, and we hope you'll come back for one of your qualifying tournaments in the future years.
Well, we certainly have had a good time, and I'll be looking forward to it if we come back here. You know, and a lot of the people in the community, Captain Ron, his bar and grill here has been absolutely fantastic. Bryant Outdoors, Jamie Bryant and his family, everyone has welcomed us with open arms and just can't do enough for us. And we really appreciate it. And the fishermen appreciate that. They like to be, they're a long way from home. They like to feel like they're welcome in a place. When you got a guy throwing stuff at you off the docks, that's a bad feeling, man.
Well, I went to your opening ceremony the other night and your registration, and I think I saw one other local person, Jamie and myself, here that night.
Right.
But everyone there from outside this area made me feel very comfortable. I felt like I'd known them for a long time, and I love the fishing stories. I'm not an angler, but I certainly love listening to those stories they can tell.
We've got plenty of fishing stories, haven't we, guys? We got them. We've got excuses and stories. That's our favorite thing.
Well, I learned about these rattlers,
Yeah.
Went over and talked to them a while ago. I said,
oh, yeah. Rockport Rattler?
Yeah, what makes it rattle? Why? So they explained it to me, so I learned something again today. So glad to have everybody here.
Yeah, we're glad to be here, and we're going to come back. We'll be right back with our B&M top anglers. So whatever you do, don't go away. We'll be right back with the big show here at American Crappie Trail Lucas Oil Championship on Lake of the Ozarks.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Head.
His patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
B&M Pulse is a family-owned business in its 3rd generation of ownership and over 70 years of providing the most extensive line of crappie rods in the industry. We believe that sensitivity is the key to catching crappie, and we've designed a rod for every technique based around this belief. Our products are field-tested by the best fishermen in the country and used by the best guides because their clients can simply catch more crappie.
So when you're choosing your next crappie pole, Go with the brand that's won a dozen national championships and more regional events to count. Go with the brand I choose, B&M.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces, in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
We put the Rockport.
This is the B&M portion of the show, and I think you've got the list of the leaders for the B&M poll for the year.
Yep, I do. This is some of the video that we've taken yesterday and today. I'm going to start off with Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman. They were our B&M Angler Team of the Year points leaders coming into the championship here at Lake of the Ozarks. And I said I'd stay quiet, but I'm going to let it all out now. You know, I watched Ronnie and Steve yesterday for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and then come back to them at least one more time. And some of the video you're watching, those guys are setting their boat in about 18 inches of water and catching fish literally in 10 to 12 inches of water. And we're talking pound and a quarter, pound and a half crappie, okay? I watched them jerk 10 fish out of one root ball that was visible, sticking out of the water.
Wow.
It couldn't have been this high. I watched them just yank 10 of them out. But they were smart. It wasn't like you could just drop it in and catch a dumb old crappie.
Right.
You had to finesse fish them, and you had to trick them to bite. And they caught those fish. It was pretty amazing to watch it.
They are amazing to watch.
This time of year, you know, you typically would see fish. You would think that fish would be out in deeper ledges or off of the, you know, the main channel, if you will, and not in 10 to 12 inches of water. But the shad population on Lake of the Ozarks, it's thick, and you can walk across them, okay? So that's why those fish were back there, because they had the food source. I moved on to Robinson and Riddle. Bob Robinson's from Arkansas, Jeff Riddle's from Tennessee. They fished this championship together, and they were fishing kind of a community hole, and I don't think they knew it at that time. That had been worked over pretty good by the time we caught up with them. They did catch a few good fish, and it was a little Chinese fire drill, if you will, for a second or two.
Right.
Which happens to a lot of anglers here at Lake of the Ozarks. I mean, you get into the right piece of cover, whether it be a brush top, a stake bed, brush pile, you know, you got 6 rods going down.
Oh, yeah.
It happens quite often. Whitey Outlaw, our General Tire Pro Staff member, that fishes with Mike Parrott, and Mike's probably watching at home. We miss you, buddy.
We miss you, Mike.
Mike's had some health issues, had some blood pressure issues, and doctor said do not leave town. So Whitey was up here fishing by himself. We put a veteran in the boat with him yesterday that had a service dog, Abram Hammock, and the dog Onyx. I threw them in as a spotter to make sure that everything was transparent.
Sure.
Everything was on the up and up, that there was nothing that, no funny business going on. And Whitey did really, really, really well yesterday by himself. Caught a lot of fish. I think we saw him catch 8 or 9 fish, and he was just completely amped up. And you don't see him get too worked up too often.
Abram said that was the most fun he's had in one day in a long, long time. He said that was a riot.
Yeah. In the same creek, you had Jason and Jim Westerberg from Arkansas. That's the Rockport Rattler sponsored team. They were fishing in that same creek. And I tell you, the electronics was the name of the game. They were fishing about 100 yards from Whitey. And in fact, Whitey was sitting on their number 1 spot. Okay, electronics gives these guys the play card to do whatever they want. There's nothing that you can put in the water now that is not public.
Exactly, because they can find it.
Yeah.
With side imaging and 360 and all the great technologies out there.
Yeah, definitely. So we saw Jason and Jim catch some nice fish. They were a little bit dejected when they started to come into the weigh-in line, but I tell you, they were 15th, 17th place, not bad on day one. Had a lot of room to make up, a lot of ground to make up, if you will. But they were saw them this morning, and they had a couple good fish early. So we'll get to them and see what they do when weigh-in comes. And Ayers and Kleinert from Tennessee, guys have faithfully fished with ACT all year long. They were fishing a couple of protected areas. They thought the wind was going to blow. They didn't catch what they wanted. But man, I'm going to tell you, they had fun. And, you know, that's what all of these anglers that I've noticed this year, everyone's had such a positive attitude.
Yes, they have.
There's no moaning, no bickering, no squabbling. There's none of that goes on. You want to come fish for crappie in a competitive way, ACT, in my opinion, is the one to come to.
And, I mean, you're competing against the best guys in the world, and there's not a single one of them that's not willing to help that young angler or that angler fishing his first tournament trail.
That's right. That's right. You know, there's people that have come and asked for questions. You know, hey, how are you doing this? And I see anglers helping anglers. You know, and I think that's what the crappie fishing community brings. It's
Exactly.
not a hey, I know and it's none of your business type mentality.
Right,
So
right.
when you talk about some of the best, you got Travis Lepley and Tony Edgar, hometown boys, local waters. Tony and Travis have been licking their chops all year long to get to Lake of the Ozarks. And they were guys that were fishing dead in the middle of the lake, in the middle of the creeks. They were doing nothing but chasing bait. Shad bait.
Big schools of shad.
Big schools of shad. They were fishing in 30 foot of water, 28 foot deep. And those were the guys that weren't catching a ton of fish, okay? I mean, when I talk about a ton of fish, there were guys that were catching 100+ fish a day. And Tony and Travis were catching about 30. So kind of my philosophy when I was fishing, I'd much rather go for quality versus quantity.
Exactly.
You know, you got, two options, and there's a lot of guys that say, hey, if I can catch the quantity, I'll weed through and have my best 7 at the end of the day.
Sure.
I was never that way. I was one of those guys that wanted to fish, and if I had 10 to 12 good bites in a day's time,
Right.
the patience, the perseverance, I was frazzled at the end of every day.
Sure.
I was emotionally and physically slam wore out. And I think that's part of crappie fishing. Travis and Tony, they were in the top 7 or 8, I know, top 5. They may have been in the top 5. So watch them today, and they're somebody to watch for.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that now. Everybody at home, Tony Edgar, Travis Lepley caught some daggone good fish, and they had them caught in the first hour and a half. They had 6.5 hours, 6 hours left in the day to upgrade, and they were doing the exact same thing today as what they were doing yesterday. The only thing I don't know, the only unknown, is the fact that the wind popped up and I could not get back to them.
Right.
So, I went about 35 miles down lake, and for me to run back through that, my body couldn't take it, Sam.
I'm so glad that I didn't have to come down here on this end with all those big boats running around.
Yeah.
I saw Bunning and Bunning. I watched them a while today, and they had some good fish. When I left them, they had their limit, of course, and had about 7.5 pounds.
Right.
So if they catch a couple of good kickers, they got a shot too.
Yep. You're going to see a video real quick of Beckman and Brown. Shannon Beckman and Rusty Brown, they're local guys as well. And I tell you, I remember hearing a story years back. They had like 18 crappie tournaments on Lake of the Ozarks, and this has been some time ago. Rusty and Shannon, you know how they had 18 tournaments. You know how many they won?
I don't know how many.
18.
Won them all.
They won every single one of them. I'm going to tell you something now. The video that you're watching, they put on a clinic. I'm talking an old-fashioned clinic. Dock shooting. One pole in hand.
I love it.
One pole in hand, shooting that jig, and they can pop it, skip it, bounce it 30, 40 feet back to the smallest of areas in order to drop it down and let it flutter, make that crappie bite. Those guys are awesome. I've really kind of taken a huge liking to these guys, and they want to fish every single event next year. They're just, good old boys, country boys, and that's what a lot of crappie fishermen are. But on the same token, how technical this has become is mind-blowing.
And part of the dock shooting is knowing which dock to shoot.
Yes.
And, you got to shoot a lot of docks to get to that right dock. They've all got fish on them, but some of them don't have very big fish.
I guarantee you I watched them for about 30 minutes, and I'd be scared to tell you how many shots they took at docks. I'm 300 at least in 30 minutes. Just
Really?
non-stop and never got hung up. So I'd love to see those guys. They've got a better weight today than what they had yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I'd love to see those guys come up and make a run at it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that on this side, being the tournament director and the organization, you know, being part of the organization, you always kind of root for the dark horse.
Sure.
Not to
Sure.
say that I've never had favorites. There's, you know, this is an impartial, a fair, a transparent trail, absolutely through and through. But to see those guys win, man, I'll tell you what, this stage will come apart. There'll be no question.
They are funny, and you know they've taken a liking to us too because we pick at them and poke at them and help them when their trailer broke down and all that stuff. So it's going to be good. We're going to have to go to break here in just a minute, but before we do, I want to say something to you. I am so proud of you and the organization for what you've done and how much sacrifice you've made. Because every morning, when you're checking in those live wells, you're trembling.
I go white.
Thank you.
I go white. Man, I appreciate you telling me that. It means a lot to me. We've become near and dear friends for a long time, and that'll be that way for life. Before we quit, let's go through our power poll predictions. You only get one team only, and you go first. Who's going to win?
You know who I'm going to pick. Captain Coleman, my boys. And I got to do that because Ronnie takes me duck hunting.
Yeah, well, so there's your partiality there, okay? We threw the impartiality right out the door. You know, Jamie talked to me for a minute, and we have got Cooper and Mueller.
Yes.
From
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Missouri, and Jamie told me a story. He said, you know, he pulled up on them. They had about 8.5 pounds in the boat. He pulled up on them real slow, got the camera out. They were filming, and they yanked one that was 1.5 pounds right out of the water. They were in third place yesterday. You know, I guess this is kind of a dark prediction, but it'd be pretty cool if I was right.
Well, but, unknowing to you, Jamie and I had met up, and we were doing a live feed on Facebook, and I got to see him catch that fish too.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you, hooping and hollering and screaming like you ain't never heard, man.
That's
they
the cool
were so
part.
happy.
That's cool. Look, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to the ACT Live. This is the Lucas Oil American Crappie Trail National Championship presented by Midstate Seed. We are going to take a break. Do not move. As soon as you come back, full drive-through weigh-in. We're going to crown a national champion, and it will be history.
And God bless you, and God bless America.
Lucas Oil Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, great head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
You know, I've never really had an office job.
Ooh, morning, Skate.
Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
B&M Pulse is a family-owned business in its 3rd generation of ownership and over 70 years of providing the most extensive line of crappie rods in the industry. We believe that sensitivity is the key to catching crappie, and we've designed a rod for every technique based around this belief. Our products are field tested by the best fishermen in the country and used by the best guides because their clients can simply catch more crappie.
So when you're choosing your next crappie pole, go with the brand that's won a dozen national championships and more regional events to count. Go with the brand I choose. B&M.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, gray head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell or fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces, in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Championship Saturday right here at the American Crappie Trail, presented by Lucas Oil. Folks, we are here at beautiful Captain Ron's here at the lake. A little bit cloudy, but I think we're going to have that lake effect rain that moves right around the lake, so we're going to be just fine. We're going to weigh them in, and we're going to find out who's going to be our first ever American Crappie Trail national champion. But before we do, got to do a little business here. We'd like to thank our hosting sponsor, Captain Ron's Cannon Smoke Saloon. I see Ron Dugan back there. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Everybody give him a big round of applause. The Lake West Chamber of Commerce for all of the help they did, KS95 radio station, and our hosting hotels. Well, of course, Captain Ron's had some wonderful lodging here. Hawks Landing and Resort, Lake House Inn, Sleep Inn, and Suites over in Camdenton, and the Deepwater Inn just right over the hill. We'd also like to thank our tournament director for this event. It sounds like a fighting match. Our tournament director today will be Matt Morgan, and Matt Morgan is also the owner. He's going to be just fine. Today we're going to be giving away a 2017 Z518 Ranger boat with a G2 Evinrude 150 to first place. And in addition to that, folks, we're giving 100% back of all of their entry fees to the anglers today. That joined with the Angler of the Year points and the payouts there, we're looking at a payout today of over $125,000. Folks, how about that? Something I haven't seen ever in the sport of crappie fishing, and I'm pretty excited myself. Makes me want to fish. We also like to thank all of our national sponsors. I'm going to brush over them really quick. Folks, for those of you who are watching online today, right about here under the leaderboard, you can see it right about there. The banner's going to be flashing across. Take a look at those national sponsors, but first and most importantly, we'd like to thank the Giant Balloon over here, Mr. Jamie Devney over here, Lucas Oil Products, Protect the Harvest, B&M Poles, Mid-State Seed, Mid-South Tackle, Martin Metal, General Tire, Ranger Bass Boats, Evinrude Outboards, Valley Fashions, Lawrence Electronics, Rockport Rattlers, Super Clean, Gator Guards, Roadrunner Lures, Power Pole, the Original Rod Socks, Ann Parker's right over there, thanks for coming, Bug Band, American Angler Knives, Drift Master, Crappie Now Magazine, Bobby Garland Custom Baits, Grizzly Jig Company, Charlie Brewer Slider Fishing. And one more time, we'd like to thank the Lake West Chamber, Ozark Bait and Tackle, Captain Ron's, and all of the lodging. You want to talk about a crowd that just disperses under the tent? Just get a little bit of sprinkle and they scatter. Folks, what do you say? You guys have crowned a national champion? They are, even with the rain and all. Let's get our first contestant up here. Yesterday, kind of an interesting little story. This is Phil Rambo and Eva Rambo. They are from the beautiful state of Indiana, which is the headquarters of where the American Crappie Trail has come from. They have made it a point to be the first one to weigh at both of these inaugural events. Yesterday they had 4:01. They're going to need 5:27 today to take the lead. Now just a little refresher from yesterday. Charlie Bunning and Travis Bunning, they're here at Missouri, folks. They are in the current lead with 9:28. Team of Turner and Turner had 8:99. And Mueller and Cooper had 8:73. Those are your top three right now. Well, we'll see at the end of the weigh-in today. But right now, Phil and Eva Rambo are going to have to come up with 5:27 to move into that number one spot. And we're going to find out if they've got them or not. Got a little sprinkle here, Eva. I bet you're used to the rain, though, aren't you? I'll bet you are. It's good to see you again. All right, now you ready for this? The second first weigh in.
Right.
It's going to take 527 to take the lead.
We didn't necessarily plan it today, but we ran out of battery with all the wind.
There we go. Ran out of wind a little bit.
Yep.
Just a hair short, 0.78, 855 for your 2-day total. Congratulations on a wonderful ACT championship for you folks.
Appreciate it. Had a lot of fun.
Good.
Great lake out there.
All right, big question though. What are your plans for next year?
I'm going to fish ACT.
There you go, folks. Thanks a bunch, Phil, Eva.
We're only 77, so we got time to do it yet.
77 young folks. Give them a great big round of applause. Thanks very much. Phil and Eva Rambo, thanks so much. We'll get them moving on. Folks, remember, if you want to take a look at one of the boats they're giving away, right to my right, I know you're not going to see it online, but there's a beautiful brand new RT 188C Ranger, which is going to be given away to our Angler of the Year this year. A little hot mic there. There goes Phil and Eva. And also make sure to look at our wonderful products. I was talking before we started, super clean products are wonderful. They take all of the edge off, clean everything up, and when it gets all slimy, just wipes right off. So check out Super Clean. Get my little screen wiped off here. Got a little bit of water going on. Coming up next, got some good old friends there. They are Martin Metal Lumber Trusses and Buildings sponsored. They're sponsored by Barbie Garland Bates, a couple of Missouri boys. We've got Paul Alpers and Clint Hibden. Had 604 yesterday, right? Going to take 304 to move into the lead. He says it was a tough day today. Got 3 fish. If they were pounders, you would have got there. Yeah. 201, just a hair short today, but great national championship for you guys. Seen you all over the country. It was a wonderful fishing experience. What's in store for us next year, Paul?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of good lakes to fish. First of all, I want to thank Martin Metal. We couldn't be here fishing all these tournaments without him. And also that man over there, Jamie, with Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil has made our crappie fishing dreams come true. We want to thank you very much. Ranger Boats, General Tire, E3 Spark Plugs. But I got a little story I got to tell that happened yesterday. I didn't get to, if you don't mind.
You got to make it quick.
I'm going to make it real quick.
All right, let's go.
If you want to get a new trolling pole, get you a BGJP 16-footer. I had a 25-pound blue cat on it yesterday. Also get you some Rockport rattlers, because I had a 8-ounce number 1 hook Rockport rattler on it, and I landed that fish. It was tough, but that thing was bent over double, and for that light a pole to get these light bites, it was something else. Also, I would like to thank all the rest of my sponsors. They are all great and help us. They're on the truck there. And my new sponsor, Soft Science Shoes. I got a pair on. I had them on for 2 days. Go to softscienceshoes.com. Let me tell you, these things weigh about 2 ounces. My back doesn't hurt. My feet isn't hurting. It's one of the greatest shoes I've ever had on. So really appreciate them. And yeah, we had a tough day here, but the Lake of the Ozarks is a good fishery. I take my hat off to all these guys that have got good weights. Your local lake sometimes the hardest to fish, and that's what happened to us this time. We should have been in Gravois instead of where we went, and that's the way it goes.
Great finish, Paul. We appreciate you fishing with us.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
all
much.
very much. ACT rocks.
There you go. Paul Alpers, everybody. And he said that was going to be short, didn't he? Jeez. Yeah, for Paul it was short. I take that back. All right, coming up next, my new friend. Right, Steve? He had 565 yesterday. He's going to need 363 to move into the lead today. I saw his fish. I think he's going to get there. Folks, let's give it up for Steve Dana and Terry Morris. 363. He's got a 7-fish limit. Let's look at the scale. He's going to get there. 656 puts you up to 1221 current leaders. What do you think, Steve?
A lot better than yesterday, but like I told you, we was up here, practiced 2 days, and this lake is 11,000 shoreline. And to break it down, we need to be up here about 4 months. But anyway, I loved it. It was had a great time. We caught a lot of fish. And I want to thank ACT, you, and everybody involved, Matt, Angie, and his whole staff. It's been just excellent. I also would like to thank my sponsors, War Eagle Boats, Evan Root Outboards, B&M Poles, Atlas Jack Plate, Hydraulic Jack Plates, Lowrance, Skipper Jigs, Bobby Garland, Lures, and
you missed Power Pole.
Oh yeah, Power Pole, and one of my new sponsors, Rod Safe.
There you go.
Bart Gillum. And just want to say that we had a great time. And thanks to the fans for being out here today. We appreciate you being here. It makes this circuit all the more better. Thank you very much.
There you go. Steve, Dan, and Terry Morris, thanks so much. Congratulations on a great championship. Your current leaders, take your fish now. You can't take off without taking your fish, Steve. There you go. Steve Dana. All right, moving on. We're ready to find out what Brandon Jennings has got there. He is our Bobby Garland sponsored angler. He fished by himself today. He had 286 yesterday. Tough day. He's going to need 935 to move into the lead today. Everybody, Brandon Jennings. 7 fish today, Brandon?
Yeah, caught a lot of fish today.
There you go.
7.
You were hiding because I didn't see you. 504, a hair short, 790 for your 2-day total.
A lot better than yesterday.
Great start. He says a lot better than yesterday.
Yeah, a wonderful lake, wonderful people on the lake. I shot docks both days, and I talked to so many of the homeowners on the lake, and everybody tells us when they come to Lake D'Arbonne how hospitable we are. Missouri is just as hospitable. The people here I had a lot of great conversation with, and they were all interested in the American Crappie Trail. They all asked about it, so it's a great thing. I'm proud to be part of it.
No, we're proud you fished with us. Thanks so much, Brandon Jennings. We appreciate you fishing the championship. And off he goes. All right, folks, coming up next. He had 722 yesterday. He had a decent day yesterday. He's only going to need 499 to move into the lead and knock old Steve Dannon off. Bruce Christian and Dan Hudgens, boat number 11. Oh, that feels pretty heavy, don't it, guys? I think he's going to get, look, this is a good sack today. There you go. 844 puts you up there, 1566. Great 2-day total for you. What do you think?
A little better today.
Is that going to be enough to hold on?
No, but maybe. You never
Hey,
know.
now I spent a lot of time out in the water today. There was a good early morning bite, and then it kind of slowed down in the afternoon.
Yeah,
did that happen to you guys too?
Yep. Catfish didn't, but everything else did.
Great catfishery though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great fishery all around.
Did you catch any walleye?
No, sir.
White bass?
Yes.
Stripers?
No.
Bluegill?
No.
Hybrids?
No.
All right.
But it is a good fishery.
Largemouth bass?
A lot of, yeah, we call a lot of.
Drum?
Drum, yep.
I think that's it. You got them. Right on. Yeah. Guys, I hope it sticks. I hope you see in the check line. Congratulations on a 2-day finish. Appreciate you fishing with us. Thanks, guys. Thank you. All right, coming up next, we have our B&M sponsored angler, Mr. Kent Driscoll. He looks like it. You getting ready to hand out some supplies there? All right, hey, if the kids are down there low, come on up there and see Mr. Driscoll. He's going to throw some hats out to the crowd. B&M sponsored rods, some of the best crappie rods that you've seen in the industry. Look, he's chucking them out. It's almost like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Look at him go. And folks out there, if you don't know anything about crappie fishing, never fished before, take an opportunity, go to bnmrods.com. Check out their rods. They have everything from 4'6" rods up to 18, 20, 23, I think 47 feet long. They have every length you would need and want, and they're great. Look, and shirts are going and towels. Holy cow, Kent. There's a time limit before you get DQ'd now. While he's handing everything out, it's my understanding he has 7 crappie in there at some point. He's going to bring them up here and we're going to weigh them. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Kent. You just have to throw them on the way out. If you guys didn't get something, come back up and I'll make Kent throw them out on his way out. Kent had 581 yesterday. He's going to need 985 today. It says he's a little short.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge.
That's all right.
I think you're close to 6 foot.
A little bit
better.
the
weight. I'm sorry.
A little bit better than yesterday.
It was better. 674, 2-day total, 1255.
1255.
First of all, thanks a lot for helping out the kids. It's great to bring them up into the sport.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when I look around and look at all the fishermen out here, I don't see that many kids, so I get excited when I see the kids out here out here watching, and you know, I hope to see them out on the water one day and fishing some of these tournaments. So
there you go.
But, hey, I got a special friend. He's driving now, but I got to take Abraham today and his dog Onyx. And for those of you that hadn't met Abraham, take a minute and introduce yourself to him today, if you would. He's a war veteran, and he is a great guy. And he's got a great dog, and I got to spend the day in the boat with him. He was my spotter today. And, man, I tell you, that guy's made a lot of sacrifices for us, okay? And I tell you, it's really neat to kind of give some back and meet a new fishing friend. And he's going to fish all the ACT Crappie Trail tournaments next year.
Cool.
And that's going to be cool. So
So-
him and his partner, I'm looking forward to meeting his partner. He's out with Paul Turner.
Yep.
So
Justin Walkabout.
Yeah,
That's
Justin.
his name.
okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So
And for all of you out there, I'm going to step in. For all of you who have sacrificed and served, who have people in the military, thank you so much for your service. We appreciate that very much. We wouldn't be here without you. So Kent, we're not going to talk fishing more. You burned up your time. 2-day total, 12:55's got you in second place right now. I think it's going to stick.
no, I don't think so.
Well, you never know. It might have been tougher than you think, but
Yeah.
I listened to the pregame show, and I think you're probably
No,
right.
I was hoping I'd catch 9 pounds today, to be honest with you. And I don't know how many fish we caught, 50 or 60 keepers. We caught a lot of 10.5 and 11-inch fish. It's a great lake. I mean, it's big, it's full of shad, it's full of fish. We just didn't get on the big ones this week, but there's going to be some come in today. You got the best crappie fishermen in the whole country here, and you're going to see a couple of good weights, and we're going to crown a champion, and those guys deserve it because they found the big ones.
There you go. Well, Kent, thank you for everything you've done for American Crappie Trail. Appreciate it. Folks, Kent Driscoll. Nope, I'll get that. There you go. Thank you, Kent. Appreciate it. All right. You didn't change your glasses. Coming up, he had 5:55 yesterday. He's going to need 10:11 today to move into the lead. He has, folks, the best hamburgers on the lake. Let's give it up for Brad Meyer and Dave Fouts. Did you cook today?
No, sir.
No, sir, he says.
Just fishing.
There we go. He said just fishing 664. Great 2-day total. 12:19. Step over here. Put you right down about 4th place.
Yeah, we did a little better today. Actually caught 3 good ones. Could have used 4 more though. Caught one of them on an orange Rockport, and one of them on a Bobby Garland Moglow.
Right on.
Orange both times. So
And you got here's your last chance of the year to thank your sponsors for next year.
yeah, I just want to thank Crappie.com and then Meyer Tree Service, M&P Landscaping, and especially Lucas Oil for putting all this together.
Awesome. Anything you want to add, Dave?
It's just a really great event. Fun fishing, great lake, huge lake. When that boat traffic gets out there, it can be kind of rough, so you got to be safe.
That's right.
You know.
Lived here my whole life, so I understand. Guys, congratulations. It's been great to know you this year. Pleasure fishing the American Crappie Trail. Congratulations on making the championship. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Boat number 4. He had 647 yesterday. He's going to need 919 if my math serves me right. Plus I'm cheating because there's a computer right here. I'm ready when you are, guys. Come on up. Let's give it up for Brent Billings and Brad Moore. 919, guys. What do you think? No. He says it's better. One says better, a little short, but a good string today. 712 put you up there at 1359 2-day total. Top 5 right now overall. A lot of boats still away.
Tough.
Tough. I didn't ask how the day was. It was all good.
A lot of fish, just not very many big ones. But we'd like to thank our sponsor, Thumper Jigs, Stump Jumper. If you haven't seen one of them, get one. We live at Truman and Mark Twain. Keep your transducer on there.
There you go. Brad, anything you'd like to add today?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you all.
Got to get it really close.
I'd just like to thank you all for doing a fantastic job. We had a tough season this year, but we still enjoyed ourselves and look for us to come back next year and hopefully improve. Thanks.
There you go. Hey, you know what? That every year it's turnaround. There you go. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you fishing with us. All right, coming up next, we have got the team of Dan Porter and Damon Thomas. Everywhere I went, I saw them today. They had 7:18 yesterday. They were right in the middle of the pack. Need 8:48 to move into the lead. You got it today? He says they're pretty happy right now. Folks, check this string out. It's going to get up there. You are going to get there. 881 is going to put you up. 2-day total, 1599. Share the 16 pounds, but good enough to put you in the lead right now.
Yeah, we went shallow today.
I saw you.
Okay.
I did. I'm sneaky like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say that.
I said, we seen you. And I said, here he comes. It's all over. But you turned around and left.
Well, you told me last time I got too close, jinxed you, so I just didn't stay around. Plus, Kevin, our boat operator today, who was running that Z521C, he's kind of finicky about his prop. So he didn't want to get back in there.
It was shallow. We
had to trim the motor up just to fish.
Did you?
Yep.
Now, you want to tell folks, first day you fished out probably 8 to 12 feet. Today you moved up into about 16 inches of water.
We used minnow rigs the first day and fished deeper stuff, and today we went back to what we usually do.
Yep. I guarantee you folks, when people from the Lake of the Ozarks see the television show when it airs and they see where you went and where you were fishing in October, it's going to blow their mind. It's going to blow their mind. Because tomorrow I'm going to go out and try it myself.
We probably had 4 or 5 pound, which I don't know what our biggest fish is. It's close to 1.5 pounds, but 4 or 5 that, I mean, when you got that much line out, you just 16-foot poles, it's just hard to get them in. I mean, if we'd have had 2 more of them, we'd have, but.
Well, speaking of big fish, did you guys have one you wanted to weigh today? All right, let's weigh one real quick for big fish. Let's pick him out there. I think yesterday's big fish, Mike, was it 160? 160 was yesterday's big fish. He's fishing around because they're all big fish. He says they're twins. I'm ready when you are. Let's put him on there. All right, 160 to beat it. Almost, this is a hair shy. 156 though, but great 2-day total for you guys. $15.99. Your current leaders. We'll take those, step right off to the side. We'll grab some pictures. Dan Porter and Thompson, your current leaders, $15.99. Folks, I'm telling you, it's going to get exciting. They're moved right up. They were a middle pack guys, and now they're up there at the 16-pound string. We're going to see what happens. Coming up next, though, we've got the team, boat number 30 of Daniel Pemberton and Justin Newman. They had 667 yesterday, and they got fans. They're going to need 932 today. What do you think now?
Little light.
Little light, 782, 1449 for your 2-day total right now holds you about 4th place. Is it enough to get you checked today?
I hope so.
That's where I know you didn't make the win, but you know, hey.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
A lot of money going out today.
There
so
is. I appreciate them putting this American Crappie Trail on here at Lake the Ozarks, and I just wish we would have done what we done today yesterday. So that's how it goes.
There you go. I think you'd like to take this opportunity to thank your sponsors, Express Boats, correct?
Yeah, I got some Express boat. It's a good boat, and I got to thank Red Oak Resort. Greg Reinhold, he let us stay over there, and it's a nice place.
Very good. Guys, congratulations on fishing the ACT with us. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And how about those fans, huh? There we go. Hey, you guys can hoop and holler and scream and shout all you want. Like now. There you go. That's, you know why I do this, folks? You got it. All right. Coming up next, we have Jay Burris. There we go. How you doing, Jay?
Doing all right.
All right, he had 476 yesterday, needs 11 pounds, 1123. I'm going to say just a hair light, 379. He says a lot, but you know, it's been fun. So 855 2-day total.
It was tough, but I had fun. I want to thank Matt and American Crappie Trail for starting this tournament trail. I want to thank the good Lord above for giving me the ability to be here. I want to thank my wife for allowing me to be here. And I also want to thank Chris Bushart for asking me to ever start fishing these tournaments with him.
Very good. Hey, so real quick, you're going to fish with Chris next year if you had enough of him?
Definitely. We're going to fish together.
Very good. Jay, appreciate it very much, folks. Jay Burris. All right, it's time to find out what some locals did here. Yesterday they had 657. They are very well known in this area for a method called dock shooting. Happened to see him out there fishing today. He was shooting a few docks. Saw him break one off, but unfortunately it was the upright, not a fish. He's going to need 942 to move into the lead today, so let's hear it for boat number 41, Greg Webster and Brandon Vogler. Greg, I just got to know, did you shave or did you lose weight? Did you shave or lose weight? Both? All right. Going to need 942 today. A touch on the light side, 729, 1386 for your 2-day total.
Man, I tell you what, it started off pretty hot. I got one in there I'd like you to weigh for big.
Okay.
Boy, it just didn't stick together. The big fish, they just kind of left us.
Well, let's weigh this first, then we're going to talk about this real quick. Yesterday, or actually on Friday night, you said that there was going to be some pretty big, 160 to get the big fish. Look at this. You're going to move. It's a tie. 160 right up on the top. 160. Hold that guy up for everybody to see there. Well, he's getting his pictures over there. Yesterday, or Friday at registration, he said that those weights were going to be well up over 9 pounds each day.
It didn't happen. I wish.
Not for you guys, but do you think that the top guys are going to have those 2-day consistent strings, or did it change for you guys?
It did change.
Did change? That's it. I'm moving over to Greg. He talks more. Greg?
Well, I tell you what, the current today, you'd be on one side of the bluff line and it'd be going this way, hard.
Yep.
You go to the other side where the eddy side was, and it was going backwards so fast, you really didn't know if the fish knew what to do.
Right. Now, I know you're a very versatile fisherman, Greg. You fish bass, you fish crappie, and you've got certain techniques. Are the spider riggers today or the one pullers you think are going to walk away today with this wind?
Well, I don't know. Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman and the Bunting boys, they're all pretty tough. So I'd say they're going to be pretty consistent.
We're going to find out then, right?
Yeah.
Greg, thanks so much for fishing American Crappie Trail. Appreciate it, guys. Congratulations on making it this far. Okay, coming up, we've got Mr. Dunn and Mr. Lane. Mike Dunn, David Lane. They had 586 yesterday. Going to need 1013 today. Thank you, Greg. Got 10?
Nope.
Nope.
That's just a little less we did yesterday.
That's consistency.
Yep.
It is. 547, put your two-day total up there to 1133. But first of all, congratulations for making the national championship. We appreciate you fishing it with us.
Be back.
Any opportunity you'd like to thank some of your sponsors?
Don't
Other
have
than your
none.
back pocket?
Just the back pocket.
Back pocket, that's the best one.
Team me.
There you go. Team me. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you fishing with us. Hope to see you next year. All right, moving on. Guy that I hope we can learn to, I shouldn't say learn, maybe I hope we can say that we have become friends because we understand each other's sarcasm now. What do you think, Whitey? He said, don't fool myself. So he must have had a tough day. Yesterday he had 746. He's going to need 853 to move into the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, a champion of many, many kinds, General Tire sponsored, Whitey Outlaw. How was it, Whitey?
It wasn't as good today. I mean, it was bad.
Bad, he says.
Bad.
598, 1344 for your two-day total.
Yeah.
But General Tire was all over the lake.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want to thank General Tire for sponsoring this, not just me, but the trail, Lucas Oil, Rockport Rattler, B&M, all the sponsors, Mid-South, Lake Fort Lewis, everybody that's making this thing possible, because this is the biggest thing out there. They're paying more money than any trail's ever paid or going to pay. I can tell you that. This is it. And what I understand from Matt and his team is next year it's going to be bigger and better.
That's right.
And, if these guys can't fish this thing, undoubtedly they must have failed math, is all I can tell you, because the money is good.
That's right. Now, Whitey, I just, hats off to you. I think you are absolutely one of the best fishermen in the country, have been for many, many years. What's it going to take today?
Well, I would like to say 17 pounds.
17 pounds?
17 and a half to 18 is what I'm thinking. What's leading it now?
936, I believe.
Well, there'll be some. I think there's a couple teams going to do a little better, And another thing I'd like to say is there's a lot of sportsmen out there and sport women that are actually ladies and gentlemen, because all sportsmen ain't gentlemen. But a lot of us fished in the same creek the last 2 days. We stayed away from each other. They done their deal. I done mine. And there was either one team that's up pretty high. He had some fish in the back of a creek, and I got back there and I found him on Tuesday. I didn't even go around him yesterday, and he come back in there this afternoon. I didn't go around him again.
There you go.
And I had found the fish, but he was there before I was, so I wouldn't go in there. And that's what's called sportsmanship. And that's what we got to have in this trail is sportsmanship, good, clean fishing.
I call it a class act. Whitey, I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Congratulations on everything you did this year. Whitey Outlaw, folks. All right, coming up next, they had 571 yesterday. They're going to need 1028 today. They are boat number 2, Jimmy Ayers and Mike Kleinard.
You're going to get it.
I'll get it. Yeah, it only took me a year. 585 today. It's going to put your two-day total up there, 1156.
That's tough fishing again today. A little wind got us, a little boat traffic. Some of our good piles, we just had to fish them mighty hard, and we just didn't have enough good piles. But we enjoyed it. Thank the ACT putting on Class Act. I want to thank Cunningham Motors for sponsoring us all year, and we've had a good time.
Anything you'd like to add?
I want to say, I tell my wife thank you for letting me come fishing and not make me stay at home. So
there you go.
Because she missed me a lot when I'm gone. So I want to say hi to her and all my grandkids while I'm out here. And I want to thank Cunningham Motors too for sponsors all year, and thank you for the ACT tournament for a class year. It's been a good one.
Cool, guys. Congratulations on making it to the championship. We appreciate it a bunch. Thank you so much for fishing with us. All right, coming up, they are in the hunt for the National Championship for Angler of the Year. They've had a good day yesterday, 777. They're going to need 822 today. They are the team of Tim Blackley and Jackie Van Cleve, Strike King sponsored Abernathy's. Get on up here, man. He's coming. What did I say, 822? Well, you didn't miss it. 768, two-day total of 1545. Grab that mic.
Not bad. That's kind of what we thought we had. That's within an ounce of what we, or less than an ounce of what we had yesterday. 777 yesterday. So
Now,
it's
Jackie,
pretty consistent, isn't it?
right now you guys are sitting, that's third place. You're sitting in third right now.
That's better than sitting in 34th. You know, we worked hard on what.
Now
we
you
got
listen,
done.
you've been here five tournaments now. You got to put that microphone close to your mouth so everyone can hear
Hello.
you say. You'd be surprised because you think everyone can hear you the way you go.
Usually I don't need a mic. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean? But we did. We worked hard, me and Tim. We fished our butts off, you know, to get what we got in the past 2 days. We didn't get really what we wanted, but we done what we done, and we're not beating ourselves up for it. You know, we done all we could do. And this is our first time to fish this lake, so we did pretty good, really. You know, actually.
All right, well, two things I want to say real quick. Going to fish ACT again next year, correct?
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right. Are you really done
I am done.
with everything?
I'm done.
All right, folks, this is the very last tournament Jackie Van Cleve is ever going to fish. He's going into retirement. I have the fortunate time to be up here. Hey, congratulations on a great career.
Thank you.
Jackie Van Cleve is a
Thank you
great
very
man,
much.
good angler. Congratulations, happy retirement.
buddy. Thank
We're going
you.
to announce next year who your new secret weapon is.
Well, it's kind of out already, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Very good.
Had to break in a new one.
There you go, guys. Congratulations on the national championship. Appreciate everything you did, Jackie.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to be able to wait with you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Guys, Jackie Van Cleve and Tim Blackley. Big fish is 160. You want to weigh one? Sorry, Mike. He says, hold on just a second. Don't put it in the scale yet. All right. We ready? All right, I'm ready now. Well, there's some beautiful Lake of the Ozarks fish there. 160 to go up there. Going to be a touch light. 130. But a great two-day total for you guys. Sitting in third. I hope to see you guys in the check line. Once again, thanks so much for a great year. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. All right. I'm ready now. You can come on up. They had 614 yesterday. They're going to need 985 today to move into the lead. They're boat number 37 of Marty Snyder and Jackie Albin. You got a good string today, don't you?
Better day.
There you go. That's why they call it a two-day.
Yeah.
687, put your two-day total of 1301. Is going to put you in the top 10 right now. Think it's going to stick?
No.
He says no. Anybody you'd like to thank?
But yeah,
Stump jumpers.
Stump jumpers one, then Huckleberry rods, and that's about it.
Very good. Well, Jack, I've known you for a while. Appreciate it so much for fishing the championship with us. Marty, thanks so much. You guys have a great day. All right, did you get him, Eric? Where'd he go? No. Got Junior, bring him on up here. They had 791 yesterday using a very unique style of fishing. They're going to need 808 today. Local anglers, Eric Weethup and Matt Webster. Huh? Yeah. And you got fans. 808. Yeah, you are going to be a hair light. 691 put you up there at your 1482 for your two-day total. Put you in fourth place right now. But you got to tell these guys what you guys did in the last couple of days here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Just shoot ducks.
Now, yesterday Eric said you guys were using a different kind of bait.
Different kind. We use a super big fluke, like a bass bait.
A zoom fluke, bass
Yep.
bait. Yep. I've never heard that before. So I got to have a little information, okay? We got to pick your brain a little bit because guys out there looking may have never fished before. There's some pros out there that are going to try to figure out your secrets. You guys fish it like a bass bait? Are you jerking it? Are you letting it slow falling?
Both.
Weighted?
Jerk it and let it fall, jerk it.
Got a swivel on it?
No.
Nope. All right, folks, if you don't know, it's a little fork swim bait about this long, 4 or 5 inches long. What color? Albino, which is a purple back and pearl belly. It looks like a little imitation minnow. They're doing something different than anybody's ever done. A lot of guys out there are using live bait or using like 2-inch baits. They went big or they went home. So with that being said, guys, congratulations on making a national championship. I appreciate it. Great two-day total for you guys. Good to see you again. Hope to see you next year. What's your name?
Telling.
No?
Telling. Fletcher.
Fletcher. All right. Thanks for coming up, Fletcher. We appreciate it. All right, coming up next, they had 615 yesterday. I've never seen a guy drink so much coffee in my life. He's going to need 984 today. That is a team of Michael Walters and Rick Solomon. B&M sponsored team. How's it going, guys? Look, he says, just get to the weigh-in. Look, it's going to be a good one. 869. That's a good 2-day total. 1484 is going to move you up right there in about 4th place.
Well, that's pretty good considering what we did yesterday. We flopped yesterday, and then we come up on a pattern yesterday afternoon late. We fished all Main Lake, lay downs along the cliffs, and those brush piles were not touched by any of the other anglers. So the fish were fresh in there. They were biting. We caught a lot of fish. Ran out of bait. We even asked you on the
Didn't stretch it out, huh?
We had 1 minnow left in the bucket when we quit fishing.
There you go.
Well, but we went from fishing 3 poles each because the fish were so tight to the brush. We wasn't running 4 spider rigging. But then today, when the water got rough, probably about 11 o'clock, we went to a 1 pole holding it, and so we were vertical jigging 1 pole each, and I think that's helped stretch our bait out. But we were vertical jigging with 16-foot trolling rods, so that'll make an old tired man out of you right there.
There you go. Guys, you had a fantastic season with the American Crappie Trail. It's been great knowing you guys. We appreciate everything you do. Now, I got to ask, we're going to see you next year.
Absolutely. I want to thank B&M Pools, Tight Lock, Ranger Boats, Ben Coda, all our national sponsors, and especially I want to thank my wife for putting up with me.
He said don't forget Tight Lock.
We said Tight Lock.
Okay, you got it twice then. All right.
But thank my wife, and I'm sure Mike wants to thank his wife also.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny.
There you go, Jenny. All right, guys, thanks so much. Rick Solomon, Mike Walters, appreciate it, guys. Congratulations on a good finish. All right, coming up, they had a good day yesterday. They had 722. They're going to need 877 to move into the lead today. Saw them fishing all over the lake today. Boat number 22, Tony Hughes and Bart Gillen. Our Grizzly Jig Company sponsored team. How was it today?
It was tough. It was a little tougher than yesterday.
It was 649, put your 2-day total at 1371. It's going to creep you up there and right now in about 8th place.
It won't hold. When you seen us today, we tried something. We told you we were going to our best spot. Well, it turned out it wasn't our best spot. But it was a little deep on the edge of the channel. We thought we caught a couple of good ones in pre-fishing, and we thought we could go back there and really hammer them, and it didn't happen. So about 1 o'clock, 1:30, we left, and we found them in shallow water, 5 foot deep, maybe 5 foot deep, and managed to get our limit because we didn't have 5 fish at 1 o'clock.
Oh, I got you. Well, national championship, you got to take those chances. You got to try to find them. If you don't, that's what champions are made of. But guys, we really appreciate you taking that risk, and a great year for you guys with the American Crappie Trail. We appreciate it. Bart, thank you so much. Bart Gillen and Tony Hughes, walking off with his gallon of Lucas oil there. All right, coming up next, they had 715. Going to need 884 today. Rockport Rattler sponsor team, Jason and Jim Westerberg. How you doing?
Yes, sir. A little slow today for us.
A little slow today. 554. Put your 2-day total up at 1269.
All right.
Put you there in about 12th place.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all this year. We had a fun season. A lot of fun. This lake's got a lot of good fish in it. They just didn't bite for us today.
You're ready to head back south, aren't you?
I'm ready to head home and get ready for duck season.
There you go. I heard that a lot today. A lot of duck
right.
season.
Yep.
Sam Heaton asked me, he said, that you guys do a lot of duck hunting around here? And I said, do you see all these houses around here? No. No, they feed them here. So, guys, congratulations on a great year. Rockport Rattler sponsored team, Jason and Jim Westerberg. Thanks so much for fishing ACT. Appreciate it. We're getting closer, folks. Here in a little bit, we're going to bring up our top 10. We're going to find out who our next national champion is going to be. But right now, we're going to move over to Brad, Woody, and Duke Montgomery, boat number 44. They had 566 yesterday. They're going to need 1033 today.
Maybe a little better.
Maybe a little better.
Just a little.
Boy, you did do this a little bit better. 566 yesterday, 573 today, 1139 2-day total. It's going to put you up there about 16th spot.
I tell you what, it's rough out there today.
Now, rough as far as the style of fishing, or rough as in the wind, or rough as in, your partner ate bad chili?
Well, he thought he was going to get seasick at one time.
Really?
It got pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
Yeah. We found most of our fish out in open water, and so that's where we just had to concentrate on. We didn't have nowhere else to go, and it got pretty doggone rough out there. My bilge pump run most of the day.
No, you were in the good rough water.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's tough.
Anybody you guys like to thank real quick?
No, I mean, we love this trail. Glad that we can try to fish every one of them that we can, and hope to do better next year. We'll be back.
There you go, guys. Brad, Duke, thanks so much for Fish American Crappie Trail. Appreciate it. Congratulations on a great finish. Great year. All right, folks, before we go to the next weigh-in, we're going to take a quick little commercial break right now. When we get ready, we're going to go into the second half, and then we're going to find out that top 10, and then we're going to have a brand new national champion. So stick around. We'll be right back.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Want to achieve the highest performance out of your outboard engine? Introducing the newest product from the makers at Lucas Oil, Marine Fuel Treatment and Injector Cleaner. Lucas Marine Fuel Treatment stabilizes fuel and eliminates corrosion. It cleans and lubricates the complete fuel system. Perfect for marine outboard applications. Eliminates the need for higher octane fuels and will not void your warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
B&M Pulse is a family-owned business in its 3rd generation of ownership and over 70 years of providing the most extensive line of crappie rods in the industry. We believe that sensitivity is the key to catching crappie, and we've designed a rod for every technique based around this belief. Our products are field tested by the best fishermen in the country and used by the best guides because their clients can simply catch more crappie.
So when you're choosing your next crappie pole, go with the brand that's won a dozen national championships and more regional events to count. Go with the brand I choose, B&M.
And we're back, folks, at the Lucas Oil ACT American Crappie Trail National Championship Day 2. It's Championship Saturday. We're getting ready to start the second half of our weigh-in, but before we do, have a special treat. I have Mr. Jamie Devney here with you. Jamie, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Great day, and my stomach's churning. I think I'm going to have to hit an Imodium or something, but I don't know. I'm excited, man. This is coming down to ounces, so.
Maybe even hundredths.
I'm telling you, I'm dangest thing I ever saw in my life. I mean, we've been doing some circuits and series and trails and from here to yon, but this has been a real treat and quite frankly a big eye opener to us. I mean, just the professionalism, the sponsor participation. You know, we got a lot of tough decisions to make on what we do with our money, and it's just good to see some good quality non-endemic sponsors and endemic as well. But just the professionalism, and I hope what happens is that people understand they can do this. I mean, I'm chomping at the bit, and I'm not a crappie fisherman, okay? I mean, I think it's affordable. Paybacks are incredible. So, you know, you get a young whippersnapper local that gets in here and knows what he's doing. I mean, he can come in here and hit it pretty hard and make a good amount of money.
The problem I'm having, Jamie, is that Matt will not let me fish and weigh in fish at the same time. He says it's something like a conflict of interest or something.
That's because you won't pass the polygraph test.
Probably, but
no, it's great, and also the fan participation.
Yeah, look at this crowd.
One thing to have a major circuit in the stadium and all that, but just to be local, to have this many people, I can just say it means a lot to us, and I think this is really going to catch on even bigger than what it is. And with the fantastic television package, the stuff you guys are doing with the live stream, the social media, the staff you've got, it's just, and I go back again to the anglers. I mean, this isn't barnyard backstore. This is true professionalism, great boats, good rigs, intricacies with electronics, and I had no clue. So you bringing this live to, I think, the United States, hopefully the people at home that are watching and see this stuff realize, you know what, I can do this too. So we're excited about it, and hey, that's our customer. So
there you go.
It's been fantastic, and we appreciate y'all's hospitality.
You beat me to it. I can't thank you enough on behalf of the entire staff for everything that Lucas Oil has done for the American Crappie Trail. We appreciate your support and everything you've done, and we're so happy that you're here at our national championship.
Absolutely. First one, making history, baby.
There you go.
All right.
Mr. Devney, thank you so much. Folks, Jamie Devney, Lucas Oil Products. What do you say, guys? We get into the second half. This weigh-in started. You guys ready? Let's do it. They had 772 yesterday. They're going to need 827 today. They've got a 7-fish limit. Let's give it up for Matt Gregory and Adam Love. Now the crowds are going wild. I think it's the Duck Dynasty beard. Yeah. But they don't know which one I'm talking about. All right. Going to need 827 today. Hey, has a good close day today. 651, 1423 for your 2-day total. Put you up there in about 7th spot.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Probably had a little more than that, but our crankbait fish just shut off today. So about noon, 12:15, shot docks the rest of the day.
Right on. Anybody you guys like to thank?
I'd like to thank Chinko Fishing. Tony Shepard helped me out a little bit, and my wife letting me be here. And also thank Tim Blackley and Jackie Van Cleve. We had a little breakdown the other day, and they're nice enough to help us out. Thank you very much.
Good sportsmanship. Anything you'd like to add?
No, I just like to thank ACT. A couple rednecks just got to go fishing and have a chance to win a $50,000 boat. So doesn't get a whole lot better than that. We had a great time. A lot of great fishermen out there, and this has been a blast.
I've never seen a redneck speak as articulately to you guys. Appreciate it so much. Thanks so much, Fishing American Crappie Trail. Congratulations on getting here. Hope to see you guys next year. Thanks so much. Go ahead.
Thank Dollar Beard Club. I spent a day in the wind all day today, and look how good this thing looks.
Now you guys watching on the web right now, pay attention. He's looking for a sponsor. Thanks, guys. Start the beard conversation, just takes off. All right. Coming up next, we've got some lake locals. They are Mid-State Seed sponsored Midwest Storage Solutions. They had 712 yesterday, going to need 887 today. Folks, give it up for Phil Haynes and Travis Bullock. Boom, that locked quick. 750, 1462, a pound 37 behind the leader right now. Who's talking today?
Go ahead, Travis.
Travis, let's hear about it.
It was tough. We had a good time. It was just we just couldn't find our big fish. We had been on them during practice and they seemed to disappear. So it's fishing.
We were upriver. We saw you guys in 2 or 3 places towards the end of the day. You were running and gunning, and I saw you guys even do some side scanning, zipping out. Were you guys looking for those big kicker fish? Just try to get you up. Were you going big, or what was going on out there?
We were just moving a lot. If we got on a place, we didn't sit there very long because we just couldn't catch any big fish. We were catching little fish. If we didn't catch anything with any decent size, we moved.
Gotcha. You guys had a great year. We talked on the water earlier, Philip. Kentucky Lake, you guys were down and out, and you came back from behind. You were hoping for it today, fell a little bit short. You guys had a wonderful year with ACT. You really were up there. You did a great job. How'd you get there, and who would you like to thank?
We definitely, for starters, we want to thank Steve Blaylock. Hey, Steve, Julie. Hey, come up here.
Come on up here, guys. Hurry up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for one of our corporate sponsors, Steve Blaylock, Mid-State Seed. Mr. Blaylock, good to see you, sir.
We just want to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for trying really hard. These two guys will run up and down this lake 110 miles long all day long if they just stopped the boat and fish. We could have got big fish. Next year we'll do a little better. Keep it up.
Very good. And Steve, while you're up here, I just want to thank you for everything you've done with American Crappie Trail and Mid-State Seed this year. It's been a great pleasure and a working relationship with you.
James, we enjoy working with these people. It's been a lot of fun for me. First year experience for Mid-State Seed, American Crappie Trail, anything to do with tournament fishing, and I love it. I will be back.
There you go. Folks, Steve Blaylock, Mid-State Seed. Travis, Keegan, did you have a good time?
Yeah, well, I wasn't there, but I had a good time today.
Hey, folks, just real quick, because you can go on off. We'll talk here real quick. Who's the better dock shooter, your dad or you?
Oh, definitely me.
Definitely you. I know you are. We're going to see you up there real soon. Thanks, Keegan. Travis Bullock of Philip Haynes and Keegan Bullock. All right, coming up next, they are the Bobby Garland sponsored team, also sponsored by Crappie Now magazine. They had 379 yesterday. They really grounded out. They had 7-fish limit. They're going to need 1220 today to move into the lead. They are Crappie Country, Dan Dannemuller and Garrett Steele. 1220 to move up into the lead. Got them?
No.
No.
No, there's not 1220 in there. Not at
You're
all.
consistent though in that cove. 396 today, put you up
Yeah.
775 2-day total. I'm sure it's not the total you'd like to see over a 2-day national championship, but there is next year.
Been a little rough. Before I hand the mic over to Dan, I just got to say it's been a pleasure to fish the American Crappie Trails inaugural season. And you'd have never known it was the first year. This year, everything was incredibly smooth, was professional. They delivered on everything they said. And I know for a lot of you that kind of sat on the sidelines to wait, all I can say is you missed out. So hopefully next year you guys will get off the sidelines and come in and support the trail. They're taking it to a new level. And I want to obviously I'll give Dan the opportunity to thank our sponsors, but definitely Yamaha. We wouldn't be here today without them, and so proud to be part of the pro fishing team with them.
There you go. Good words. I'll pass it over to you, Dan.
Well, thank you, Jamie. I want to thank Matt. I want to thank all the sponsors of ACT and all the fishermen out here from Crappie Now magazine. For all the ones that read it, please keep reading. The ones that haven't, go up on crappienow.com. Really want to thank Bobby Garland, Rod Socks with Ann. I want to thank B&M Poles. I want to thank Driftmaster and Fell Marine and all the sponsors you see on our shirt. They made it happen with tools from CUDA all the way down. We got some of the best sponsors in the world. Everybody out there, get them. I want to thank you.
Very good. Dan, congratulations on a great year. Garrett, it's been a pleasure. Congratulations on making it to the championship. Dan Mueller and Garrett Steele, folks. All right. Moving on. They had 737 yesterday. They were our first ever winners at Grenada Lake. Ron Bilbrey and Thomas Hang is going to need 862 to move into the lead. And he does...
Little light.
712, just a pound 50 short. That was that kicker you were looking for today, wasn't it?
That was the kicker. Hey, what a fantastic place this is. We caught a ton of fish that are right at that pound mark. The big fish for us was hard to come by, that pound and a half. Caught one Monday, second fish of the day. First fish was a pound, second fish was a pound and a half. We thought, wow, this is going to be great. We couldn't find him again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grenada Lake, Mississippi, it was howling, huge winds, 35 degree. This stuff blew up, and I thought, hey, you guys better watch out for Tom Hankins and Ron Bilbrey because they know how to fish that big wind.
Yeah, it was windy back there in the creek we was at. We didn't have the waves. Unfortunately, everybody had the same scenario as we did today. You know, I don't know if anyone really had to battle any kind of waves on this lake right here other than boat traffic. You know, and the boat traffic for us was nothing.
There you go.
You know, we shared a creek with Kyle Rodney, and, you know, I heard another guy talking about sportsmanship. We stayed out of their way, they stayed out of our way. That's what it's all about. When, you know, it's just respect for the other anglers.
And that's why we've said all along that you guys are the best in the country. Without a doubt, best in the country. Tom?
Thank you.
Ron, thank you so much for fishing the national championship. When you get done, walk over there to see Mr. Ed. He's got your tire.
Okay.
All right? Thanks. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Right now, guys, you are in, I don't know where you went, seventh. All right, coming up next, we have the team boat number 34 of Bob Robinson and Jeff Riddle. They had 738 yesterday. They're going to need 861 to move up into the lead. They got a handful of fish there, Mr. Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Any better?
A little worse today. Lost a big one.
You know, the first time I saw you, you scared the heck out of me. 597, 1335 for your 2-day total. Because I'm so short, and I looked over at that big old guy, and he's like, yep, I got him today. And I was like, dang, man, that guy's huge. Scared me.
I wish I could catch fish like I'm big.
There you go. But you turned out to be a pretty nice guy after all. Guys, congratulations on a great year. We appreciate everything. I'm sorry?
What's their total?
I don't know. I didn't look. We got all excited about it. Let's see. You are going to be right about... There you are. 14th place right now. 1335 2-day total. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for fishing the American Crappie Trail. All right, coming up next, they are our Janko fishing team. It's had 623 yesterday. They're going to need 976 today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tony Shepard and Mike Shepard. How was it today, Mike?
Oh, about like yesterday.
About like yesterday. Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it? 605, 1228 for your 2-day total. Not the.
Well, this is the first time for us on this lake, and Tony didn't get here till Tuesday evening, and you know, we took a section of the lake and we broke it down, tried to learn it. Next time we're here, we'll take another section and learn it, and just part of it when you ain't been to a lake.
Sure,
you know.
and especially when you're talking about a lake that has more shoreline than the shoreline of the state of California.
Well, we're from Kentucky Lake, and we know about shoreline. That's the reason we just took a section.
Yeah, gotcha. Tony, anybody you guys like to thank before we move on?
Yeah, we want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Jinko Fishing. We got a great line of products. I've got the capability of designing baits, rods, nets, minnow rigs, minnow nets. We make a full line of crappie fishing and bass fishing products. Daiwa, Triton boats, Mercury motors, Gill rainwear, Engle coolers, Driftmaster rod holders, and I'd like to thank you all for putting on an awesome tournament trail.
Couldn't do it without you. Been a pleasure and honor being around you guys today this year. Thank you so much for fishing the American Crappie Trail. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Appreciate it. Tony and Mike Shepard, folks. All right, coming up next, we have our Lake D'Arbonne champions. They won down there in Louisiana. They are B&M sponsored. Got Gracie the dog coming up here. Team of Josh Gowan and Alex Rude had 623 yesterday. Going to need 976 today. We're falling a little short, aren't we?
A little short, yeah, but we had a blast, man. We had a great time.
682, put your two-day total at 1305. Put you right there about 15th place.
Well, I don't think that'll hold, but we had a great time fishing this lake, man. It's absolutely beautiful here. The food's great. We've eaten everywhere. We ended up fishing in the very back of a creek, trolling today in like 18 inches of water, and we probably caught 70 keeper fish. They just weren't big fish. You know,
there you go.
Man, it's been a blast.
Well, Alex, anything you want to add before I talk to Gracie?
It's just been a great inaugural season of the American Crappie Trail. We've loved every single tournament. A little bit of favoritism for D'Arbonne, but we're happy to be here and excited for next year.
There you go. Well, guys, you had a wonderful, outstanding year. Congratulations, D'Arbonne win. Congratulations for making the national championship. Josh Gowan, Alex Rude, and Gracie. All right. Coming up next, we have the beautiful, I'm not talking about Kent, Lucas Oil sponsored wrap boat. Kent Watson, Matthew Outlaw had 731, need 868. You have to make me talk fast. You ran too fast.
Oh man, we
790, just a touch short. 1521 moves you up into about the 4th position.
We had a lot better day today. You know, we stayed in the same creek all day and caught a lot of fish. Just need a few big ones. I'd like to thank Lucas Oil, B&M Poles, Rockport Rattler, all the national local sponsors, Matt and Angie for going through all the work it takes to do this. Believe me, I see it. It's a lot. I got to thank Cheryl Morgan for letting me have a few days off work this year to fish all these tournaments. And, you know, they're doing an amazing thing here. It's only going to get better.
Very good. I got to tell you guys, when I found you for the first time, we were going back into a cove, and I said, you know, if there's anybody back in here, they're crazy. And way back there, I see you guys. And for October on Lake of the Ozarks, you guys are doing a method and a style, and these pros are too, that the Lake of the Ozarks guys have no idea where those crappie are. I was amazed by it.
Well, we found some fish back there. They were the best we found as far as numbers and the size. But we caught some big fish out on the main river and some of the main creeks. So yesterday morning we went there and tried to get a couple of them good bites, and that didn't happen. So, if we just been there yesterday morning when it first started fishing, we'd have done a little better yesterday. And, if we had some company in there today, so that cut us down just a little bit on our area that we'd been fishing the day before. But other than that, everything went pretty well.
Good. Now, when the boss comes in, I got to cut you off.
Yeah, how come you doing all the talking now?
It's hard to get a word in with you when you got a microphone. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, here we go. You know, it's funny. Kent and I work side by side, and I look at him like a brother, and we seriously do. I mean, there's a lot of times we travel together. We're constantly working. And I know you and Matthew had a big time this year, a lot of fun. And I just want to say one thing. I'm proud of you guys. But more so, you don't even look like you're sad anymore when you don't get to go fishing with me.
Hey, it's well, when I was fishing with you, you got to go pre-fish and I had to stay at work.
Yeah, but that was the fun part about it. When you got there, you said, "How are we going to do?" I said, "Hey, we're lights out." Oh yeah, but there was no part of, when those live well checks take place in the morning. You look at me and my face is white. You don't even say, "Hey, can I get you anything? Are you feeling okay? I mean, hey, can I do anything for you?"
I just need my boat number and I'm ready to go.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations, guys. Lucas Oil sponsor team, Matt Outlaw and Kent Watson. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Coming up next, we have boat number 24. They are the Martin Metal sponsor team of Brian McGee. He had 679 yesterday. He's going to need 920 today. Saw you out there grinding it out on the water today. Do better?
I don't know.
Don't know. We're going to find out.
Nope.
Just a shy light.
Just
620,
shy.
$12.99, a hair under 13-pound mark. Going to put you up there at about 18th spot.
Had fun. You can't complain for not catching fish. I mean, this lake is just an overabundance of fish. Just couldn't get the big bites. I only had a day and a half pre-fishing this week, so can't complain at all. Like I say, seen a lot of fish. Fought it today in the wind, spider rigging by myself. Just part of it.
Look what they brought up for me to give to you. Here's look at my
There you
moment.
go.
You ready?
That-
Look.
That's bonus right there.
My name is Brian McGee. When I'm on the water, I only use synthetic blend 2-cycle Lucas Oil Marine.
And that is a fact.
There you go.
That's all I use.
Because
in
you
my
said
boat.
that's what you get.
That is.
All right.
And like I said, thank you, ACT, for sure, for having all this. This year was amazing. I fished a lot of tournaments and different trails, and this is by far the best one I've fished yet. Just the organization of it, and want to thank you to Martin Metal, especially Rockport Rattler, Rod Socks. Use them all the time. So, and all of my other sponsors too. So
There you go.
had a
Brian,
good time.
great year with American Crappie Trail. Congratulations. Appreciate what you did. Brian McGee. Coming up next, they had 548 yesterday. They're going to need 1051 today. It's boat number 14, team of Jim Dant and Don Zufall. I know, you get excited. He always does the big jump. He pretty jumped high for an old man. He's all right. Got 10 pounds a day?
No.
No?
Maybe half that.
Half that? Boy, you're right on the money too, aren't you? You knew everyone you caught. $4.99 put you at $10.47 2-day total. Not the total you wanted today for your Bobby Garland sponsored team, but you had a great year with American Crappie Trail.
Yeah, this isn't Truman Lake though.
That's right. And we're just going to leave it right there. Hey, so congratulations fishing with us. We appreciate it. Jim, anything you'd like to add?
Just thanks Bobby Garland. You know, they've been with us all this time.
What color did you use today?
Man, we did minnows all day.
I told you guys use a grenade of gold. You didn't listen. That's why you're at where you're at. Now get off the stage. Congratulations, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Is it time? We're getting ready to announce our top 10, folks. We're down to it. What do you think? Well, unfortunately, for you guys, you're going to have to wait just a minute because we're going to take one commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go to the top 10, and we're going to find out who our American Crappie Trail 2017 National Champion, brought to you by Lucas Oil, is. Folks, stick around. We'll be right back.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works. B&M Pulse is a family-owned business in its third generation of ownership and over 70 years of providing the most extensive line of crappie rods in the industry. We believe that sensitivity is the key to catching crappie, and we've designed a rod for every technique based around this belief. Our products are field tested by the best fishermen in the country and used by the best guides because their clients can simply catch more crappie.
So when you're choosing your next crappie pole, go with the brand that's won a dozen national championships and more regional events to count. Go with the brand I choose, B&M.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
And folks, we're back here at the Lucas Oil 2017 American Crappie Trail National Championship right here at Captain Ron's at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. It's time to take it down to our top 10 anglers of the day. Right now, we've got over here the team of Porter and Thompson. They had $15.99 their 2-day total. The 10th place boat coming up is going to need 8:07 to knock you out of the hot seat. Guys, you said it's going to be short-lived on the commercial break. What do you think?
Short-lived.
Short-lived. You guys want to find out? I think they want to find out. Let's bring up our 10th place finisher. Yesterday they had 792. It was enough to put them into the top 10 position. They're going to need 8:07 today to move into the hot seat. Folks, let's give it up for Mark Englehart and Aaron Englehart. They do have a 7-fish limit. He's coming up. 8:07 the guys, you got it?
Not today, no.
He says not today, but he has a great weight for a day. 708 on your 792 is exactly 15 pounds. Put you in about 5th place right now. Guys, congratulations, number 1 on an awesome top 10. Congratulations on where you fished right now.
Thank you.
Tell me about your day.
Well, going into it, we had 2 spots. Both produced yesterday, and only 1 produced today. That was the difference for us.
Very good. There's nothing to add to, is it?
No.
He was short and to the point and perfect. Anybody you guys like to thank today?
Just thank the American Crappie Trail for putting on such a great trail.
Awesome. You know what? We couldn't do it without anglers like you. Congratulations on a great top 10. Congratulations on what you've accomplished this year. Thank you for fishing with us. Guys, not so short-lived, huh? There's a ways to go. Okay, so here's the deal. Coming up next, I'm ready when you are. They had 796 yesterday. They're going to need 803 today to move into the hot seat. They fished so far up, I don't even know where they went. Boat number 35, Kyle Shaner and Roddy Newhouse. Got him today, buddy?
A little better than yesterday.
He's going to get up there. Here we go, guys. It's mountain. Check it out. He's there. 822 on your 796. That puts you 1618. That puts you right up there in the first spot. You can high-five each other. It's all good. Now I'll take some of that. Didn't we high-five yesterday? I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Back behind it. Over the other side. There you go. Pound up. Make it explode. Psh, all right. Guys, let's talk about it. You guys went way up the river, didn't you?
Yeah, we got limited pre-fishing time, so a lot of it was looking on Google Earth from home. I could see right away that from low water images there's very little natural cover on that upper end of the lake. So we found some fish up shallow. I mean, shallow enough we were using our outboard in place of a power pole. I think our best fish come probably about 14 inches of water. Awesome fishery. I mean, really full fish. The fish we were catching were just gorging on bait. We were on the backside of a sandbar. Went from probably 6 inches deep to about 16 inches of water. And then big fish was just laying right in there. So you can definitely tell we're out of practice this year. We only got to fish 5 events all year, so we were missing steps here and there, lost a few fish both days. That would have really helped, but had a blast fishing single jigs, road runners, mid-south, tubes, muddy water baits, tipped with a minnow, and I mean, again, just hell of a time.
There you go. Now, I'm amazed that as high as you guys went, you almost needed a Truman fishing license, but you still had company there, right?
Yeah, we actually put in at the Warsaw ramp on the first couple days of practice, and boy, it was about an hour and a half drive winding through hills, and it's hard to find a public ramp on this lake. You know, all the maps don't have them, and Google Earth, it's hard to pick out a public from a private. We lost an hour of pre-fishing one day trying to get to a ramp with a little bit easier access, and got all the way down there, and it was gated off private. So
you probably should have pulled your HDS out and put it in the dash. You would have had a lot better luck finding something,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Because that
Yeah.
Lawrence Electronics would have done better than Google.
we looked there too. So.
Well, guys, you're our new leaders. Rodney Newhouse. Sorry, Kyle Shane Hare, correct? All right, you no, don't go that way. You're going this way. Look at this. They gave me a gallon. You have to say you used Lucas Oil, though. All right, they said they did. You can have that then. Go ahead and sit down. I'm making them ask now. If they don't say they use it, they're not getting it. Is that all right? I'll say, hey, they have to pay for it, right? All right. All right, coming up next, I was very fortunate to see these guys fish for 2 days. They fished upriver. They fished with 1 pole. They fished with 2 poles. They fished with 3 poles. They fished with 4 poles. And they did it all with just their hands. Right? There you go. They had 8:01 yesterday. They're going to need 8:17 today to knock these guys out, folks. Let's give it up for Pro's Choice Marine, Beaver Bottom Baits, Team 26, Barry Morrow, and Chad Moppin. He's digging. I think his bag got snagged up in there. And here he comes. Don't fall down now. 8:17 to move into it. Man, you worked hard. 786, 1587 is going to put you in 3rd place right now. Guys, I was really excited for you. I saw you guys catch some great fish this morning. I thought you were going to be there.
Yeah, we just we couldn't get those kickers at the end of the day, so 786. Yeah.
786. Is that about what you thought you had?
Yeah, we were hoping for over 7 pounds, and if we got lucky enough, we would get 8 again. But the bite was tough for us. The wind really hurt us in a couple of our spots that we were wanting to fish. A lot of times we were fishing 16, 17, 18 foot deep to get our bigger fish. We just couldn't get the bigger fish in a shallower water. But we fought it as long as we could. We finally made one more move and got into some calmer water, and we pulled out 2 of our bigger fish today right at the last hour. And without that, we were going to be hurting.
Very good. Guys, I got to share just a quick story with you. We were out there watching you fish. We pull away from you, trying to give you a little bit of space. And I turn over to Sam Heaton. We had met up and gotten in the boat together, and we were talking. And I said, Sam, those guys any good? And he looked at me and he said, they're one of the best I've ever seen. And coming from Sam Heaton, that says something. You guys were really doing a great job out there. He was very impressed by the style and method you were doing. And, hats off to you guys. Amazing job fishing with 1 and 2 rods, catching those kind of fish. It was really nice thing to see.
Well, we appreciate the comment, especially coming from Sam. Single pole is our love. That's our number one thing. And I'm learning all the time about spider rigging, and have to do it in a lot of the tournaments on the trail. But if I have an opportunity, in which it happened on pre-fish for me, moving around, we were able to catch them single poling, and we use a lot of 2 pole. And you just got to do that. Obviously, the more poles you have in the water, the better chance you have. And but we were getting bit single poling, and even in deep water we were getting bit, and we can still land them, pulling the line, lifting them up. But it was a blast. We appreciate it. We had great sponsors. I need to say our sponsors: Everhart Outdoors, Pro's Choice, Beaver Bottom Baits, Bobby Garland, Puddle Jumper, All Shore Tackle, and I'm working with B&M with my spider rig poles. Love them. The bite is there. I mean, I think if the fish comes up to your jig, you can almost see your pole move. But hey, we loved fishing the tour and enjoyed it, and we'll be back.
Very good. Barry, Chad, congratulations on a great top 10, great finish. Take your free Lucas Oil. Congratulations again. Thank you very much, Barry. All right, guys, you made it past 1. I got to tell you, though, I know you guys aren't from the lake, but I am. You're getting ready to see one of the best spider riggers on Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, I'm sure we are.
You
I'm sure there's quite a few.
Think you got them?
I don't know about that.
We're going to find out. Folks, they had 816 yesterday. Little Bird told me they had some great fish today. And I'm not kidding. They're lake locals. They are probably one of the best spider riggers on this lake. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Egger Sports, Tony Egger and Travis Lepley. Going to need 802, guys. You got them? I bet you. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, 727 puts you at 1543. Not quite there, but awesome 2-day total for you guys.
Yes, it was. We're happy with it. We had a couple fish die today. No regrets. We worked hard. We learned a lot. Fished new areas. It's all good.
It's all good. Tony, I know you guys are fishing a little bit deeper than you guys and most of the guys out there. You can grab that mic if you want to, but
yeah, we were fishing about 30 foot of water. These fish were all right on the bottom. We'd never caught them like that. We caught them pre-fishing on Tuesday. So we said, you know what, we're going to try this. Pulled one up, put it in the live well, and it died. So we YouTubed a video of Kyle Schoenhauer showing how to stick them. So I got a buddy, he's a hog farmer. He gave me some needles. If they'd have pulled us over, they thought we was dope dealers. But we stuck them. We saved all of them yesterday. Today, the cameraman was on us. We had a 136 and a 120 die. So we had to dump them off on the way here. But, you know, we had a great time. I want to thank Ranger, Evinrude, Minn Kota, Hummingbird, all my sponsors, Ozark Bait and Tackle, Randy Washburn. He helped me, you know, get to fish the trail. Bug Band, they took care of our entry fees this year. So had a great time. You know, it's hard to win on your home lake. And another thing, these top 10, they're good.
They are, and I can't take anything away from Tony. This is the national championship. I know you guys went all in, and when you fish that method, that's kind of the risk you take, and that's what you could have won big. I respect it, and I know you were the eyes. Everybody was watching the last couple of weeks, even last month. They had heard that they're all watching. Where's Tony Egger going? What's Tony Egger doing? What's Tony Egger fishing with? I hear Tony Egger's doing this. I hear Tony Egger's doing that. And then you showed them today. Top 10 finish. Awesome.
I
Awesome.
don't even think my wife knew what I was doing. So
They didn't either, because if they would have beat you, right?
That's
Guys, Travis, congratulations on a great top 10. Great year for you guys, American Crappie Trail. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tony Egger, Travis Lepley. Tony, you do use Lucas. Tony. Take your roll there, Tony. All righty. He's still talking, Rodney. You made another hump. What do you think?
I don't know. I seen these guys pull some fish out a while ago that was, they looked pretty heavy.
I did too. That was the coolest thing ever either. You ever seen a boat that big?
No.
Not in crappie fishing. All right, guys, they are the ultimate of crankbait trollers. I've never seen so many crankbaits along a rod ever. If anybody wants to know how they're fishing, just take a look. They're right there. There's no secret, is there? They had 830 yesterday. They're going to need 788 to move into the lead today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for boat number 28, Doug Munch and Scott Watson. 788 today, Scott. What do you think?
Let's hope.
Look at there.
Let's hope.
Look at there. 803. That puts you at 1633. You moved right up there in the number one spot.
Wow. It's been this fishery here is absolutely unbelievable. There's no telling how many limits we've caught in the last 3 or 4 days. There's no telling. We hadn't kept any fish to eat. I told him, I said, that's the craziest thing we've probably done when we was practicing. I said, look at all the fish we could have had. But it's been a wonderful trip. Thanks to Jinko. Jinko's been good to us. Twice the ice. Help me out here, brother.
Janko rods held up to all the catfish in this lake because there's a bunch of them. And if you catch a catfish, may only my crankbait back because there's a bunch of them swimming around with them.
Yeah, we did. I'll tell you what went out there, and folks, if you want to stick around, make sure you wait until this thing airs on the line. You see, you guys, we watched you guys out there fish, catching these fish in places that when I'm fishing, I run past them. And I mean, that was right around areas where I grew up in. And I was absolutely amazed because I'm like, what in the world are you guys doing? They just caught another fish right there. I'm like, what is going on? This is insane. So guess what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to go rob your spots, all right?
That's quite all right.
All right, you guys want to thank anybody other than Jinko right now?
Well, Jinko, Peppers, RB Garcia, Twice the Ice.
Yellowfin
and Mercury. Yeah.
Very good. Well, guys, congratulations. You are new leaders. It's time to say goodbye to Kyle and Rodney. Guys, great run. Appreciate it. You ain't get it. We'll talk to you later. New leaders, you guys get to take the hot seat. All right. I'm going to give you a free gallon of oil, unless you don't want it. He says he'll take it. All right. All right, folks. They were our Kentucky Lake winners. They are our Super Clean Road Runner. Nope. Take it back. We got the bad boys. That's what we're referring to them now. We'd like to call them the Ozark Rednecks, but they're not. They are. They're so proud of themselves they won't even drive their own boat through. They got to walk up here and be indifferent to the whole gang. They are lake locals. They are probably one of the best dock shooters on the Lake of the Ozarks. Got the coolest mustache I have ever seen. It is. Folks, they had 847 yesterday shooting docks with one pole, one bait. They're going to need 786 to move into the lead. Let's give it up for boat number 6, Rusty Brown and Shannon Beckman. More fun than a barrel of monkeys. Look at there, guys. You're going to do it, too. 842, put you at 847, two-day total, 1689. New leaders.
She's rough today. A lot of them fish, you know, everybody that knows us around here thinks all we do shoot docks, but it blew all night.
I'm going to put it up there.
We was coming to the lake this morning. Rusty said, you know, a man be a fool to shoot a dock when the winds blew all night. We got on the first little old rocky bank, and you could pitch it up there and just see them come up like piranhas, and we caught 200 this morning. And then that kind of slowed down. The sun come up, and we looked all day for a big one, and that didn't happen. We shot docks the rest of the day, but
I know,
we didn't get a big one.
I know Matt caught up with you a little bit, had the opportunity to have the camera boat, and he came back and he said, number one, he said, my kidneys hurt so bad because they were fishing in the roughest water I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Number two,
This is a land of fast boats and rough water. I mean, if you ain't
thank
got a
goodness
fast
you
boat,
said that the
don't
other
even
way
come,
around.
you know?
Whew. You had me worried there for a minute. Now, you asked for wind.
Yeah, we wanted wind,
You
but
wanted
we
wind.
didn't want hurricane winds, you know.
Gotcha.
And honestly, I don't know what happened, because usually you get a little wind, it'll put them on them corners, and you don't have to make quite as good a cast.
Now, what is that? What is that thing you're doing like this?
That's my fishing pole.
Okay, I was just getting it, so that's what he's doing there. That's the
Point-
fishing
you
pole.
point
All right.
where that jig wants
I
to go.
thought you were pointing at the cameraman. I didn't know what you were doing there. So.
But it didn't happen in practice. Thursday was a bluebird day, and you could skip a jig anywhere, and you could just see them come up, and it didn't happen.
Gotcha.
I don't know. We thought it'd be better, but it was actually worse for us during the tournament than it was the whole 4 practice day.
Did he cover it all, Rusty?
Do what?
Did he cover it all?
Yeah.
He covered everything?
Yeah.
He didn't make up no stories? Everything was right on?
Nope, I think he did all right.
Okay, now I got to ask a quick question there, because you guys are dock shooters, and you just said you were dock shooting. The question that all the lake locals always ask, were you fishing lifts? Were the boats in the water? Would you shoot under between the foam? Where were those fish at this time?
They was everywhere. We did it all. We hit every hole we could get.
Really?
You really got to play the sun.
Okay.
Watch your sun. I mean,
Extracting information for you out is kind of like trying to, I can't even tell you, but
well, I can't talk very good, so I don't like to tell you too much. But you really got to watch the sun. I mean, as the day comes up, you want that sun back there on the back end, you know, on the end you're on, or else it just puts them so far that you got to have a dynamite to shoot it up there, you know.
there you go. All right, well, guys, you know the spot. Time to take the hot seat. Guys, Scott Watson, Doug Mitch, congratulations on a great top 10. Appreciate it. Your new leaders, Rusty Brown and Shannon Beckman. Get your gallon of oil, too. I'll take it. Just one. He gets it. You don't get it. Now, let's talk about it. These guys, not these guys were our Kentucky Lake winners. They are our current points leaders in the Angler of the Year. They are in the top 10 today. They had 850 yesterday. They're going to need 839 today. They are our super clean B&M, Roadrunner, Ranger, Lucas Oil, B&M sponsored team. They are legends in the sport, folks. Let's give it up for boat number 10, Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman. You're skipping. Here we go. 839 to get it. And, woo, 717, a hair short. 1567 for your two-day total. Put you right up there about 5th place. Ronnie.
Man, I know it's a heartbreaker. You know, I can't complain about anything we did. We really just followed the game plan we had. We really had 2 fish in the boat would have made us heroes, or didn't get them in the boat that would have made heroes out of us today. I promise. It happens to all of us, but we were fishing fish that have been fished for all week long. They were so tough to get on the hook. It was unreal, and when they did get on, it was just a light bite, and they didn't want to hold on, and we really lost one that I hadn't seen. I didn't know that existed in this lake, honestly.
That big, Steve?
It was that big.
Just for argument's sake, because I know the fish story is always big, what do you think it could have went?
He would have went, he might have been big fish.
Over 2?
No, he wouldn't have been 2, but he'd been close to it.
Close to 2.
Yeah. He's
Well,
like,
they exist. I catch those all the time.
you know, like when you pull
No,
a
I'm
fish
kidding.
rag up out of the water, you know.
Yeah, Stevie had him in. You know, I had the net coming to him. As soon as he come off, he got off, and his pole hit the net and broke the pole. You name it, man. We had some ordeal going on around there, but I lost one the same, just two minutes earlier. That would have cost us. It cost us a tournament, really, is what it did. But anyway, hey, we're not crying over spilt milk. We had a great time. Can't say enough about all the sponsors, B&M. You know, Miss Ann Parker, she's here with the Rod Socks. Gosh, you know, there's so much product that's hitting the market that we hadn't been used to. We're actually taking care of rods where we didn't used to before, but her Rod Socks are awesome. I have to say, you know, I talk about sponsors all the time, but honestly, I have so much family here today and watching. It's unreal. I think I ought to take a second and say a little bit about some of them, but my wife, first of all, Kelly, she's right there. You always hear her. Yeah, I got Dave and Darlene Zeiss. They're from St. Louis. Super people. He's got all his brothers. Man, we got a bunch of fans here. Miss Debbie Cross and also Jerry. Man, they custom deliver bait from all the way from Paragould, Arkansas, bring it down for me. I have a ton of people that I just want. I can't even. Jim Dan over there, one of my best buddies in the world. Anyway, everybody here is actually a circle of our best friends in the world. Some of them's been here fishing for 30 years.
Well, the big question that I've
Rick and
got.
Mike, I'm talking. I'm here with the best crappie fishermen on the planet. I'll be here from now on.
Very good. You got a great support team. One big question: did you do enough to lock up the Angler of the Year awards? He says, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, I got it."
They ought to have a bunch of them, but I think so. You know, it's been a long road. We spent the time, honestly, in the competitive frame of mind. You always want one more day and one more. We did all that, I think, and we still want one more day. But anyway, I think it was enough to get ahead. It's an honor to win against this caliber of folks, I can tell you. So we're tickled to death.
But we are too. Guys, congratulations on a great top 10 today. Congratulations when you win at Kentucky Lake. Congratulations probably in the future.
I got to say one more thing.
Sure.
You know, my grandmother is 92 years old. She's watching. Martha Parker's her name. She was probably, other than my grandfather, my grandmother used to oar a boat around with one arm and scull on Real Foot Lake, and she started me crappie fishing. I just want to say hi to her. Oh my God, can't say enough.
There you go.
She's a superwoman.
Great stuff. Hi there. See you at the house. Appreciate it a bunch, guys. Congratulations again. I'm sure we're going to see you at the awards ceremony. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Don't forget your free gallon of oil there, Steve. I'm sure we'll probably get some more prizes later. Guys, you knocked Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman out of the national championship.
That's a tough act to follow right there.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have to today, right?
Let's get to weigh and fish.
He said, let's get to weigh and fish. Let's do it then. Coming up next, they had 873. They're going to need 816 to move into the lead today. They are boat number 27. That's a team of Keith Mueller and Wes Cooper. Guys, had the opportunity to watch you up on the out in the water today. We posted it live on Facebook. They're going to need 816 to move in. Look out. Think you're going to do it, guys. 865 on the 873 puts you at 1738. I'll take some of that. You guys are new leaders. How about it, Wes?
Yeah, man, I can't say enough. This is just, I'm at a loss for words.
Hey, I got the oxygen down here that you were asking for, remember?
Yeah, I need that oxygen.
Got to tell you, we pulled down on you guys, and you sat down, picked up a big fish, and I saw a celebration happening out there.
Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't fall in the water again today, I think.
Did you fall in the, tell the folks about falling in the water yesterday.
Well, I had kind of a brain fart, just walked off the side of the boat yesterday and had a hat floater.
No, I don't. At least it was in shallow water, right?
Yeah, and then my partner, he just kept sticking his foot on my head. I didn't know what that was about.
He was holding you down.
Yeah.
His hands going like this. Yeah, I got it. So, guys, let's get back to day 2 here. Awesome, 1738. You're right up there in the top spot. Did you change anything up from yesterday? Did you stick to the same plan? I mean, you guys focused on the mid-lake area, I believe, right? Never left there.
Yeah, you know, we really don't fish that area of the lake. We tried going upriver like we always do. We got some stuff up there, and it just wasn't happening. So we actually scanned a lot of new stuff this week, and we were on about this weight all week, and thank God it held up. Yeah, well, you know, it's so tough. You don't know from day to day, and the wind messed with us a little bit today. We saved all of our spots that were out of the wind, but then you get that circling wind, and it's hard to stay on it. And you had to be right in it. I mean, there's nothing in between for us. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so before you take the hot seat, want to thank your sponsors, and we'll get you over there.
Yeah, Mr. Crappie, Lose Rods, Captain Ron's, everybody for coming out. Amphibia glasses. I got coasters on, but
and coasters are okay. It's all right.
I don't. Yeah. Curryville Fisheries, man, they always hook us up with real good shiners, and And I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I hope it holds up, but we got two really good teams coming up.
Let's
so.
get you down to the top. There's two left, folks. Rusty, Shannon, great finish, great top 10.
Yeah, you guys did a super job. Hey, I want to thank Lucas Oil. I mean, this is the greatest circuit we've ever had, and we can't say enough about Lucas Oil for helping us all out, and this is a good deal.
Very good. Appreciate it. Congratulations on your top 10, guys. Rusty Brown, Shannon Beckman, Wes Cooper, Keith Mueller, you're our new leaders. Take that hot seat, guys. Congratulations. We're down to 2, folks. We are down to 2. Here's your oil, by the way. So you can hold that, something to hang on to in case you're really worried. You can clinch it. Don't squeeze too hard. Top pops off. Get oil all over you. And we're going to find a new use for it then. Be conditioner. Could be. All right, folks. They had 899 yesterday. They're only going to need 839 to move into the lead today. They are the husband and wife team of boat number 38, Paul Turner and Elizabeth Turner. They do have a 7-fish limit, by the way, and here she comes. Did you get them?
Not as good today.
Uh-oh, she says not as good today. Let's find out. Going to need 839. Going to be a hair short. 656, 2-day total, 1555. I know you guys were out there in that real rough water today.
It was. We had to fight those big boats.
Were you up there by the big boats?
Yes, sir.
This time of the year, no, it's Jamie. not yes, sir. This time of the year we call those leaf lookers.
Yes,
because they're out there looking at the beautiful foliage here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Just cruising around.
That's right.
Making those big waves.
And you broke your boat too, didn't you?
I don't know.
You broke. Yeah, I don't know. She's like, I don't know, man. I just want to go, don't you? But you guys had a great top 10 finish. Almost got there. Congratulations on a great tournament for you. Good to see you again. We're going to make an announcement who you're fishing with next year, but not right now. But I hear a story though. You're getting fired from the ACT. Is that right?
I am.
Fired. He's got him a new partner. All right, we'll talk about that later. Congratulations, guys. Turner and Turner, thanks so much. 2-day total. That's gone. Can't find it. That's okay. 1555. All right, guys, we're down to 1. Down to 1. We're about ready to find out who the first 2017 national champions of the American Crappie Trail, brought to you by Lucas Oil and Mid-State Sea. Folks, you ready? I mean, are you ready? These guys are lake locals up in the Truman area. They had a whopping 928 yesterday. They're going to need 810 to be our first national champions. Guys, why don't you come on up here? Let's take a look together. I want you to see it with me. They're getting their fish out. I'm ready when you are, Charlie. Folks, they are Power Pole sponsor B&M, Charles Bunning, Travis Bunning need 810 to move into the national champion. Here we go. First time. I think it's going to get there. It's not going to lock. All the water's going to throw out, and they're not going to get there. Just took all the... 831 on your 928, 1759. Charles Bunning, Travis Bunning, our 2017 American Crappie Trail National Champions. Folks, there they are, right there. Hold them up big, guys. All right, guys. Hey, watched you guys for 2 days fishing the same water, beating it out and grinding out. You had company all around you. You had, of course, they say it's pleasure and company. But the second day, didn't see anybody. You had it pretty much to yourself. How was it out there?
It was anything that we fished yesterday or somebody else fished yesterday, we didn't catch a fish today, any quality fish. Anything that we saved yesterday that didn't get hit by another angler is where we caught our fish today. And we fished slow this morning. We tried to cover retread some water we fished yesterday. It didn't work. We started hitting new stuff. We started moving faster and faster and faster, and we started gaining a little steam and then just ran out of time. But
very good. Charlie, I know you spent a lot of time practicing, preparing for this event, hoping that you would get here. Did you do anything special to separate you from the rest, or was it just the hard work that paid off today?
Well, I did a lot of time practicing and a lot of time looking, but we didn't find anything new until he got here on Thursday. When he started using the 360 and the side imaging, it was totally, of course, I never went any in that area that we planned on fishing, but no, I was catching 5 pounds a day.
So it sounds like that the electronics is what got you there today, right?
oh, there's no doubt.
Or your ability to read it. That's
right. Thursday, we went out and pre-fished, and we started off doing a lot of graphing, and we started bumping spots. I think there was at least 2, and our best fish yesterday come off stuff we found on Thursday, and 3 tournament fish today come off stuff that we found.
Very
stuff
good.
that we'd never fished before, so that it made the difference.
Well, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more to talk about, but right now, congratulations, guys. Hold them up one more time. Your 2017 Lucas Oil ACT American Crappie Trail National Champions, Charlie Bunning, Travis Bunning, folks. It's been an amazing, amazing run. We want to thank you so much for coming in. It's been a great experience. God bless you all. We're going to see you next year. American Crappie Trail. Good night, everybody.